Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and throw up the challenge on screen. Our runners, go ahead. You can click on the picture and take a look.
Okay.
Oh, did
All right.
Randomizer get made?
So, yep, I'm literally sending cosmic rays and hacking your Nintendo 64 as we speak.
Thank you.
Oh.
So, the current challenge for today is Banjo-Tooie Randomizer. Now, like I said, I obviously didn't break into these guys' houses and hack their personal carts of Tooie. So, how the heck is this going to happen? Well, if you press exclamation point tracker in the chat, you'll get, or maybe trackers, exclamation point trackers. You'll get a link to 2 spreadsheets. This is only a link to Znernicus's. Let me see if I can fix that real quick. I gotta go to Yorp skip. So, Alpha and Znernicus, if you can do me a favor, can you delete the hidden tab?
Sure.
Okay, delete.
So, what you guys are going to do...
Hell?
I imagine don't click anything yet. All the checkboxes are like, only once you collect that stuff, then you can check it.
Okay.
And that'll reveal what item you get.
Oh, this is sick. This is cool.
So, first, I want to direct your attention to the tracker tab, the second one. So, let me make sure this... Okay, that chat command works perfect. Okay, cool. So, all of the things that you see on this tracker tab are the 24 Jam Jars moves, double air and goggles, which are like special moves. You got 4 cheats on there, and access to all the Mumbos and all the transformations in the game. These are the things that are hidden behind the jiggies on the first tab.
Yeah, so these are the things you cannot get for free, basically.
Absolutely. You cannot learn these techniques or use these things until you find them first.
Wow.
So if I move you over to the jiggies tab real quick, you can see we've got a list of all 90 jiggies in the game, sorted by what level they're in, and all the Jinjos are in Isle of Hags. So, you can click...
This is very impressive.
Thank you. You can click on the checkbox for King Jingling, the first one, because that's going to be the first thing you get. So you click it, you see how it turns green and it reveals what you got.
It's okay for us to click that now? I guess we'll know
only
in a few
King
minutes
Jingling.
anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And you can see it says goggles. You are allowed to pick up the goggles after talking to King Jingling and collecting his jiggy.
Right.
Okay. I imagine you hard-coded that one because...
Yes.
It's the only convenient time to get goggles.
Well, it's a demonstration, of course, but the way I did this is I took all the stuff and I fully randomized it, and then I went and I tweaked things until it worked. So
cool.
So it's going to be an amount random for sure, but also an amount planned.
An amount like planned just to the point that you can definitely beat it and not get stuck,
Exactly. So,
can you explain the hints on the right-hand side?
Yeah, I will. I'll get to that. But back to the
rules
of the challenge. How this is going to work is, once you see the move, you're allowed to go back whenever you want to the Jam Jar silo and learn the move and then use it to unlock more stuff or whatever.
Right.
Cheats, Jiggy Wiggy Special, notably, is one of the things that you can unlock. You cannot use it until you find it, but obviously you're going to find it within a reasonable amount of time. Right? Maybe you don't find it. Maybe you don't find it at all, and you gotta collect all the jiggies to get everything. But,
I mean, jiggies are our checks, so you're incentivized to keep checking jiggies anyway.
Exactly.
Okay. I love this idea.
Hold on, I gotta keep track of everything. Okay, so all the regular BTCS rules apply, right? You're not allowed to bit clip, but you can use whatever other techniques that you want. The one rule is
not glitchless or anything.
The one rule is when it comes to DCW, you are not allowed to DCW directly to Hag 1. And I should have mentioned, the object is to beat Hag 1. You beat Hag 1, you win. Okay.
Yeah, it's in the we saw it.
You may not DCW directly to Hag 1. You're allowed to DCW anywhere else. But it's all set up so that if you don't DCW or you mess up your DCW or DCW to a suboptimal location, whatever, it'll still work out. Okay. But there's a spot that you should probably seriously consider DCWing to. Anyways.
Good idea.
Oh, no.
Anyways, hints. Hints are you get access to hints by collecting honeycombs and levels, right? So no matter what honeycomb you collect in a level, the first honeycomb you collect, you will click on hint 1. And then the second honeycomb you collect, you will click on hint 2 and then hint 3. So you're going to do the hints in order. Like, obviously, you do whatever levels you get the honeycombs in, but hint 1, 2, 3 in order. The type of hints you'll see... Go ahead.
I was worried that the hints were going to be those signs with the question marks on them.
No, that's... in a real Banjo-Tooie randomizer, that's probably what would end up happening, but this is just the way that I structured it that makes the most sense.
Yeah, I'm curious on like what the hints will say.
So what they're going to say are, they're going to say, particular move is at particular level. They'll say, you know, clockwork eggs are hidden in this such and such level.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. So I imagine a decent number of the checks hold nothing because there's more jiggies than unlockables.
There's 90 jiggies in the game, and I think 47 unlockables. So if there's just a blank space,
one in every 2 jiggies should give you something.
If there's just a blank space, that means nothing's there.
Okay.
For the hints, first hint is such and such move is hidden in such and such level. Second hint is like a certain long check. It'll tell you exactly what is hidden behind it. So something like Styrac family. If you go through all the hints, you will find one that says behind Styrac family is exactly what's behind it.
Okay.
And then the third type of hint are the way of the banjo hints. And the way those work is it'll say such and such check is way of the banjo, meaning that it is on the intended path to complete the challenge.
Does the intended path assume that you can do skips, or is it like a glitchless intended path?
Yes. So the logic that I came up with this is like the logic follows all like regular tricks. There's not going to be any like crazy stuff that I'm going to expect you to do.
Yeah.
But it will assume that you know how to do like clockwork warps and stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
So way of the banjo.
Not glitchless logic. Okay.
Way of the banjo means it's pretty much required. Maybe you can find a workaround, but it's probably going to be required. It's a good idea to go to that place.
Right.
So that's how the hints work.
Ooh, baby.
And I mean, I think that's everything, really.
Yeah.
Don't click on something until you've actually collected the jiggy. Like, don't spawn the jiggy and then click it in the cutscene, and then, you know what I mean?
Right.
It makes sense. And this has been tested. It is possible. There is no way to brick your file. So don't hover the trash can. You're fine. Okay?
Okay.
So we fully understand what the heck's going on here?
Yep.
So chat, as a reminder, you can press exclamation point trackers to follow along with these guys and see what's at what location and who's got what unlocked. But let's...
one last question.
Yes.
Does the tracker... I don't know how smart the spreadsheet is. Does the tracker automatically update when you get that thing, or do we have to go and click that ourselves when we get it?
The tracker, I don't anticipate you really to use it. When I tested it myself, I didn't find it very useful. It's more just to serve as a list of what is out there. You know what I mean?
Okay. But
if you want to use it, you
could
can.
Be more useful than that, but...
Right. Yeah, I'm not doing like VLOOKUPs and all that stuff, and this took me long enough, so...
Yeah.
So, but anyways.
Can I make this smaller?
You guys both have Jinjo Pattern 1?
Yeah.
White Jinjo in Jade Snake Grove?
Trying to move some. Alright.
Yeah, I have that Jinjo pattern. White and Jade Snake, the 2 yellows and empty as well.
Okay, perfect.
And 2 oranges and empty.
Perfect. Okay. So, are you guys ready to start the race?
I am excited, yes.
Yeah, I'm very excited.
Let me turn this off.
I'm ready to start.
Let's turn this off.
Oh, I'm like desperately trying to remember what are all the...
I gotta get my other controller ready. Potential Canary Mary jiggies.
Alright, am I good to count you guys down?
Yes.
Alright, you guys are going to start in 3, 2... Wait, hold on. Wait, sorry. I need to turn someone's audio. Oh, I'll turn someone's audio on after it starts, because then you guys will be... Sorry.
That's fine.
You guys are ready to start in 3, 2, 1, go! Good luck.
Alright, good luck.
Alright, and let's turn somebody's audio on. Looks like Znernicus is the lucky winner here. You guys will be... Sorry. Oh, that's me again. Where's my timer? 3, 2, 1, where is it? Go. Good luck. I don't see it. There it is. Okay. Greetings, everybody. Welcome to Banjo-Tooie Challenge Series number 13. It's the 3rd place match. I'm excited for this one. I can get rid of this. So as we just spent the past 10 minutes explaining the challenge, this is going to be kind of like a spreadsheet version of Banjo-Tooie Randomizer. Essentially, all the important moves and abilities in the game that'll, give you access to traverse all the levels and get jiggies and stuff, they themselves are hidden behind all the jiggies in the game. So these guys aren't allowed to learn any moves until they find them. They can't use any transformations or talk to Mumbo until they find them. They can't input any cheats until they find them. However, they do find those cheats, they can use them. Very notably, Jiggy Wiggy Special, it opens all the levels. It opens the way into Hag 1, essentially. You need 70 Jiggies without Jiggy Wiggy Special if you want to get to the Hag 1 fight. So they're going to be finding it, and I'll let you know they're going to be finding it pretty early on. Other notable things, in order to defeat Hag 1, 2 things are very hard required. That's Clockworks and Breagle Blaster. You cannot even enter the fight without Breagle Blaster. And Clockworks, if you get into the fight without Clockworks, guess what? You're not going to be able to blow up the batteries. So, really, these guys' 3 main goals are to find Clockworks, find Breagle Blaster, and find a way to get into the Hag 1 fight. The ways to get into the Hag 1 fight, they can either do a PTS or find Claw Clammers to get up to Cauldron Keep, and then they have to have Split Up and Pack Whack or Sack Pack or something to get across. Or find all the necessary stuff to DCW, to credits. That'll be like Detonator. That'll be like, you'll need a way to hit the button in Witchy World. And that'll give them access to a DCW to credits. Egg Game is not explicitly required. I'm pretty sure you can beat Hag 1 without Egg Game, and I think Low Percent used to do that. So Egg Game is not hard required. However, under these rules, since they're not allowed to DCW directly to Hag 1, they are either going to need 70 Jiggies, which is kind of a lot, or Jiggy Wiggy Special. And the only way to input cheats is to have Egg Game and go to Code Chamber. Let me make sure there's no questions. I don't think there's going to be. Alright, so remember that there's exclamation point trackers. Let me also add the info command. No, I already did add the info command. Let me change the title. Just to where is it? Title. Banjo-Tooie Randomizer, exclamation point info, exclamation point BTCS, exclamation point trackers. Alright, all the important stuff is in the title. Does the Isle of Hags Honeycomb unlock a hint? Yes, it does. Yes, it does. As you can see on the hint section, there's that one hint for IOH. And that hint is, we'll find out. So, of course, these guys got the King Jingling Jiggy. That's their first check. And that gives them access to the goggles. So the goggles, how useful are they? I don't know. Might be useful for a couple of things. Useful for setting up DCW, for hitting the button. But we'll see. We're going to start seeing these guys get into some more interesting checks. So, question for those of you in chat who are already familiar with randomizers. You might be aware of the concept of spheres. Like, you can't progress to a check in Sphere 1 if you haven't collected all the necessary stuff in Sphere 0. Essentially, which checks are accessible with nothing? What are the Sphere 0 checks? How many are there in the game, you think? Top of Temple is 1. In MT, yes. Top of Temple is the only Sphere 0 check. JSG early is not a Sphere 0 check, because how the heck are you flying? You need to blow up that boulder somehow, and you need either Bill Drill or the Golden Goliath. So, yes, Waterfall and Underwater Cavern are also Sphere 0 checks. There's one more in GGM. For info on the challenge, go ahead, press !info. Well, I don't really care about that one, Nightbot, but anyways. Yes, they did. It seems like if they did collect that honeycomb, they do have access to that hint. You can !trackers to see what these guys can see. The first hint is the purple Jinjos hold Beak Bayonet. Now, what the heck does that mean? That means they can't unlock Beak Bayonet until they collect all the purple Jinjos. Now, how useful is that hint? Well, you can't do ordnance storage without Beak Bayonet, so if they ever find themselves in need of doing ordnance storage, they're gonna need to have to find all the purple Jinjos first. Power Hut requires a way to blow up the boulders, which are either the detonator or Bill Drill. Orange Jinjos are not Sphere 0 because you need flight to get to the Jinjo on top of Kickball. Unless you do that particular jump, which is, quote-unquote, not in logic. Not in logic because it's something I would consider like a too hard trick or something I wouldn't really want to expect these runners to do. But there is one more in GGM, and I expect Alpha to check it because it is a jiggy he gets very often in his meme board runs. Alright, Alpha is the first to get the Waterfall jiggy. Let's see what is there. He has revealed nothing behind Waterfall Cavern. So hopefully Flooded Caves will be something interesting for him. Meanwhile, Znernicus is collecting his hints. Talon Torpedo is found in Hailfire Peaks. That's an interesting one. So Talon Torpedo is kind of one of those moves that unless you DCW past it, Talon Torpedo is required. Because it's the only way to leave Pine Grove. It's the only way to get past, you know, the first 4 levels plus HFP. So Talon Torpedo being found in HFP means if they want to progress to TDL, CCL, and GI, they're going to need to go through HFP first. Alpha Alpha has collected the Flooded Caves jiggy and is now realizing that he has unlocked Mumbo in Glitter Gulch Mine. And that's why we see him right now heading over to Crushing Shed. You know, the idea is you find something, you try to find where you can use it. The Mumbo in GGM is useful for 2 checks here in GGM, and that being Crushing Shed and the train. So let's see what's there. Znernicus, on the other hand, seems to be taking more of a hint-driven approach, which is good. Get as much information early as possible. Yeah, Giant Jigglypuff, so it's not quite ROM hack, but it is in spirit Banjo-Tooie Randomizer. So we can see Znernicus going ahead and collecting all the Jinjos that he can. You can't exactly do this, Znernicus. Good try, though. As far as I know, the boulder, like the honeycomb inside the boulder, doesn't even exist until you blow up the boulder somehow. So not going to be seeing that hint today, but collecting the green Jinjo for the future. The Jinjo families are actually are checks that you can get pretty early because, you know, the white Jinjo and the orange Jinjos are pretty easy to get in MT. The yellow Jinjos are in the first 3 levels. The green Jinjos are also in the first 4 levels. They're going to need to find a way to get the Jinjo in Area 51. Got to get past the gate and either need like Van or Clockworks or something. And they're also going to need to get to JRL and all under JRL. But they're very, very early checks for them. Alpha going ahead and taking the Mumbo in GGM to collect his Crushing Shed Jiggy, and hopefully the train as well. Znernicus has unlocked his second hint in Glitter Gulch Mine. This hint says, the Alien Kids holds Wing Whack. Alien Kids is one of those really, really, really long jiggies that you would like to avoid doing if possible. And Wing Whack, you know, Wing Whack is one of those moves that could be relevant. If you want to get Smuggler's Cavern Jiggy without Clockworks or Glide, for example, you need Wing Whack. So that could be relevant. But I'm hoping that our runners don't pay too much attention to it until they find out they need it for some reason. And just to go over again how this was created, I took all the moves and Mumbos and transformations and stuff, and I assigned a random number to all of them and to a bunch of blank spaces till I had 90 things, and then I sorted by the random number. So I randomized them, and then I took each group of 10 and I pasted it into the levels. So at its core, it's random, and then I moved some things. Like obviously, I need to move Jiggy Wiggy Special to be somewhat early, and I have to make it so that the thing works. But beyond that, I don't know where everything is. I know where a lot of the important things are, and I'm not going to spoil you guys, of course. Hope you guys are excited to find these things out as much as our runners are. But yeah, I don't know where everything is, so there's going to be a lot that surprises me too. And that's the beauty of it. Yeah, Steve, this is the first step, man. I've wanted Banjo-Tooie Randomizer for so long, and this is the first step. Outline what is the logic going to look like, And I don't have the ROM hacking knowledge required to, make real randomizer, but I think I have a pretty good, what's this, algorithmic mind or way of thinking about it, that I can do this at least. I can make the spreadsheet randomizer, and that I feel good about it. And I was very excited about this one. I think this is the one challenge I was most excited since the beginning. So, anyways, let's take a look at progress. Do we know anything new? No. Alpha getting his first look at what's behind the Crushing Shed Jiggy. Doesn't quite have the hints that Znernicus has. Znernicus has found the Mumbo in GGM, but he has opted to avoid it for now because those are pretty slow checks. Alpha, on the other hand, is thinking, I'm already in this level. I might as well check these now while I'm here. Oh, don't die! Alright, Znernicus taking his first peek into Mayhem Temple. Now, what is scary about this is Top of Temple's the only thing Znernicus can get right now. He can get some honeycombs and find out some hints, but if Top of Temple Jiggy doesn't have anything for him, he's just going to have to go back to GGM. He's going to be stuck. What is the goal here? Oh, he's trying to do this thing! What a freaking legend! Honestly, I'm gonna shit my pants if he can do this. This is actually really hard. And he's given up. Yeah, that is not an easy trick. Yep, Alpha finding the unfortunate truth that there is nothing behind Crushing Shed. But there is still a train check. Well, yeah, see, Alpha's collecting his egg nests, preparing for the coal fight. Meanwhile, Znernicus climbing up the mountain, collecting all the notes he can. They need to unlock the stuff they need, but they don't know yet. Yes, they need to collect certain jiggies to unlock certain techniques and stuff, but they don't know what unlocks what. So Znernicus just found out that the bee is now accessible to him. Well, sure, the bee is accessible, but it's not useful here. It's not useful till he gets to CCL, and he currently has no way to get to CCL, so he's gonna have to start investigating some more stuff until he finds new information. What's going on, Adam? I hope this impresses you. Znernicus unlocking the first hint in Mayhem Temple, telling him exactly which level Jiggy Wiggy Special is in. Jiggy Wiggy Special is found in Witchy World somewhere. And what that means... What the heck is Znernicus doing? Is this even possible? Is this a thing? There's no way this is a thing. Like, this is gonna take forever. Oh, you got one! Oh my god! Let me tell you, this is not in logic, guys. But I commend the effort. Holy shit. Yeah, that's not gonna happen, dude. Anyways. Jiggy Wiggy Special being hidden in Witchy World means they're gonna have to get 8 Jiggies before they can get to Witchy World. But, depending on where Jiggy Wiggy Special is, they're gonna have easier access to, you know, JRL and all the other levels. Alpha finishing the coal fight, he's gonna be the first one to take a peek at what's behind here. Meanwhile, Znernicus is determined, and I respect it. Alpha collecting the coal Jiggy, and what do you know? Egg-Aim is hidden behind Old King Coal. Get him, Znernicus! Yes! He did it! I cannot believe that Znernicus actually made that happen. Holy shit! Wow! Okay, well, Znernicus is already way out of logic, but let's take a look. What is behind Bovina? All of that trouble for nothing. Znernicus found nothing behind Bovina. Unfortunate. Alright, but as we know, Egg-Aim was hidden behind coal, and that's useful. That's useful for the Bovina check, but, you know, it doesn't unlock anything by itself. Alpha now collecting the last Sphere 0 check in Glitter Gulch Mine, which is Generator Cavern. And behind that, something very important, MT Mumbo. That is huge, because Golden Goliath unlocks Flight, it unlocks JSG, and it unlocks Prison Compound. So much of MT just opened up for Alpha. Whereas Znernicus is going to have to go back to GGM to find anything to be able to do any checks in MT. Does each honeycomb unlock a hint, or are the numbers different? Yeah, so 3 hints in each level, 3 honeycombs in each level. No matter what order you collect the honeycombs in, you unlock the hints starting from hint 1 and going down. So your first honeycomb, wherever it is, hint 1, if you collect all 3, you get access to hint 3. Hint 3 is going to be the more powerful hint, whereas hint 1 is useful, but it's not as strong. Man, Znernicus is having a real tough time with GGM early. He invested all of his Banjo-Tooie genius into doing the flies without Flight or Egg-Aim. Well, he canceled the shoes, but that's fine. He's now making his way to the Mumbo in GGM because he found that earlier. You know, Claire, that would be great if somebody could figure out how to program the logic so that even if we can't have a ROM hack yet, it'd be great if somebody made like generatable spreadsheet randomizer seeds. I think that'd be great. Alright, Alpha has finished his MT puzzle. He's going to be making his way into MT with really a lot of stuff open. So, I mean, if we go down the list, he could do Bovina because he found Egg-Aim. He obviously can get Golden Goliath Jiggy because he's got access to Golden Goliath. Slumber. Let's see. Not Swamp Jiggy. You need grip grab if you want to do Swamp Jiggy, but he's got access to pillars. So what is that? 4, 5. He's got access to 5 checks in MT right now, which is pretty big. You know, Steve, when it comes to a challenge like this where you have limited access to moves and you're going to be tested, you're going to have to get things in ways you normally wouldn't. There's nothing wrong with that. With seeing if Mumbo can break boulders, like maybe you didn't know. It'd be worse if he never tried it and it worked, you know, and he was stuck because he didn't figure that out. So I respect it. Alright, Alpha learning the first Jam Jars move of the race. He's got access to Egg Aim. I forgot, he's got access to Relic too. He can open up the snakeheads, and he's got access to Flight, so he can just fly in the top after talking to Blodazin. You know, Cool Boy Man Adam, I may or may not have DM'd you on several occasions asking to work on the randomizer, just saying. I know you're like doing your whatever, and you've been busy, but I'm here, man. I'm all in on this idea. Anyways, Znernicus raising the train. He's going to find, he's got access to Egg Game as soon as he defeats Cole. Yeah, sure. I mean, take your time, but I'm ready, man. My body is ready. Alright, so Alpha going ahead, going Golden Goliath right now. He's going to get, hopefully he opens everything up. Alpha is, I don't know. I don't know that I can't call Alpha an expert on, like, alt stuff anymore. Because he used to be, before BTCS, his very first... Yeah, thanks, Adam. Alpha's very first... Before his first BTCS, he had done no memer boards, he had done no bingo. He was strictly a main category runner. And he wasn't sure, you know, how to do a lot of things that weren't in the speedrun route. But let me tell you, full respect, my man grinded the memer boards, and he grinded bingo. And Alpha, if you hadn't seen, Alpha's got 1,200 memer board points, which is more than, like, second and third place combined. He's got, like, 140 world records. At this point, Alpha's, like, one of the leading experts in Banjo-Tooie meme categories and alternate routes and just routing in general. Like, I'm very impressed with what Alpha's managed to do, and I think that's going to help him here. I really do. So yeah, Alpha's going to prison compound right now. He's going to kick open the door, which is perfect. The only thing he'll be able to do in here right now is pillars, but there's still Swamp Jiggy and Dilberta Jiggy that if he finds some stuff, he'll get access to it. And who knows, there might be something good on pillars. Znernicus going ahead and taking a look behind Boulder Jiggy, not finding anything there. See, Alpha's creeping up on Golden Goliath Jiggy, which will be his first check in my Hem Temple. And don't stop here. Legendary status. Taking Golden Goliath all the way to Code Chamber to kick that door open too. Because only way to get into Code Chamber is either to kick the door open or to have some sort of explosive. They don't have access to explosives yet, so... Let me tell you, when I, like, test ran this myself, I forgot to kick open the door, so... Very heads-up play from Alpha there. Nothing on the Golden Goliath check, unfortunately. But Alpha's gonna have to find something in MT. That's not even true. No, that is true. He's gonna have to find something in MT. So, another quirk about this race, and kind of Banjo-Tooie Randomizer, how it stands right now, is there is no way to get past the fire switch without fire eggs or bit clips, right? And I'm not allowing bit clips, and I wouldn't expect anybody to try to bit clip through. And from what I understand, that bit clip is also, like, really hard. But anyways, they're definitely going to have to find fire eggs very early. It's going to have to be somewhere between MT and GGM. Oh yeah, I forgot about these, the Jinjos. So Alpha's going ahead and checking the white Jinjo. Nothing there. But he has access to the orange Jinjos now, too. Because he's got Flight. He can go check, get the Kickball Jinjo. Meanwhile, Znernicus fighting Cole with Pex. I don't think it's that bad. And he's saving his eggs for when Cole gets far away. Unless he's already ran out. Yeah, no, this is great. That was a good fight for Znernicus. He's gonna find his egg game here, and then he's gonna kick himself for spending so much time doing Bovina without egg game. Yep, and there it is. But I hope Znernicus is not getting confused right now, because the thing Znernicus is really missing right now is Generator Cavern. And I hope Znernicus doesn't think he needs to find Build Drill before he can get into Generator Cavern, because that's normally the way in speedrun routes that you'd get there. He's leaving GGM, and this is a little sketchy. I don't really know. He doesn't have access to anything anywhere else. Now I'm a little afraid. I hope Znernicus doesn't get too hard-walled by this. Because he can't get Goliaths, Slumber, Kickball. I mean, maybe he can get a hint, or no, he can't even get any of the... I guess he can get the hint that's in Treasure Chamber, but it's not going to help him. Is there a GGM Jiggy that Egg Game is useful for? No. He needs to go back to GGM. I hope he doesn't think that I expect him... Oh, Alpha's game crashed. Pause.
Yeah? What's up?
Pause. Alpha's game crashed.
Oh, crap.
Yeah, it's incredible. So what do I do? Go back to where I was?
Just go back to where you were.
We were, I guess.
And then we'll 3, 2, 1, go.
The game's auto-saving, you know.
Yeah, it's fine. Like, whatever progress you made until I told you to pause is fine.
Yeah.
That's incredible. That was incredible. I've never seen a crash there. What do I do?
I was in an unskippable cutscene when you told me to pause.
Yeah, that's no problem.
That's no problem.
Wow.
That's a bummer.
Yeah.
Well, you're probably doing fine, Alpha. I think I might have last location something.
I have my 4th Jiggy. Almost my 5th.
Alpha, stop.
Thank you.
You know, I didn't really have any rules in place for like when something like this happened. I'm glad it happened in a 2-person race and not an 8-person race.
Yeah, for sure.
But this is like the obvious solution. Just Alpha will get back to where he was, and then
I'm actually curious. Did it keep my top of temple Jiggy?
Go look.
It won't take you long to recollect it, I guess. Like, I'll wait a few minutes for you to get back.
No, it wasn't still. Okay, I got it now.
Okay, so Znernicus is currently paused. Alpha, get to where you were, and then pause, and then tell me when you're there.
I'm ready.
Okay, so we're gonna restart. Well, we're gonna unpause in 3, 2, 1, go. Good luck.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Oh, my timer reset. I hope that's fine.
I got your timer. Don't worry.
Okay.
Good luck. Okay, race is back on. Let's turn the audio back on. Pause in 3, 2, 1, go. Good luck. To hear me again.
Thank you.
All right, I got your timer. Don't worry. Good luck to the runners. Let me make sure that they're not. Yeah, they're not. Okay. So Alpha, Check, and Bovina right now going to do it way faster than Znernicus did, but he too is going to find nothing here. So you don't have grip grab, Znernicus. You can't do this. There's no way up there. I think Znernicus honestly believes that he can't get Generator Cavern right now without Build Drill. And I really hope this doesn't waste too much time for him. So he's taking a pause, he's taking a think. Alpha's setting himself up for Delberto Jiggy in the future. He doesn't have Build Drill, so he can't get there. What's going on, Fresh Bay? Going ahead and taking a screenshot of that. For context, by the way, in my own personal Discord, I got a channel where whenever anybody's got the Ekum Bokum, type that in chat. I go ahead and screenshot it and post it to my little collection. So I hope you don't mind being a part of that. Let me see. Anyways. Znernicus, I really hope he doesn't think that this is the only way for him, because it's not something I would expect. Where am I right now? Right here. Now, you did great, Fresh Bay. Let me tell you, some people get it wildly wrong. So you're at the very least half right. And yeah, this Nightbot stuff is kind of bothering me. Can I do like commands, edit, info, nothing? Does that work? And then what happens if I do this? That didn't work. Alright, GDO to the rescue. Thank you, my hero. Alright, so just reassuring Znernicus that he is not stuck. There is something he can do, and he just needs to find it. Look, it's a good try going for waterfall jiggy like that, but that's not the answer. I think the problem for Znernicus, unfortunately, is he is too experienced with speedrunning, and nope, this isn't it either. What you need to do is you need to go to waterfall generator cavern from from here. Yes, Znernicus, yes. There you are. Okay, perfect. Thank you, Shane Talon, for protecting all of us. And Znernicus is going to find something very important here. Welcome back. Thanks a lot, GDO. I appreciate it. Alright, Znernicus has now found, what did he find here? Oh, he found Golden Goliath. Cool. So I expect Znernicus to head straight back to MT and eat up all those checks that he had missed earlier. Alpha, on the other hand, Alpha definitely has a lead. He's already done all that Golden Goliath stuff. He's opened up GGM and now Witchy World by collecting his 8 jiggies. And hopefully he finds Jiggy Wiggy Special in here soon, because an earlier hint did tell us that the cheat was hidden in this level. Znernicus, how many jiggies does Znernicus have? I sure hope he has 8 if he's doing puzzles, because he can already get into GGM. He must have 8, so Znernicus is going to be making his way over to Witchy World as well, I think. Meanwhile, Alpha heading back to MT. What does Alpha still need? Alpha hasn't checked his orange Jinjos. That's what it is. And there it is. Fire eggs on orange Jinjos. That's the only way you can get to Pine Grove, so now Alpha can make his way into Witchy World. Oh, he also, actually, he needs to type the Jiggy special cheat as well. Oh, he doesn't have it yet, never mind. Spoilers. He's also going to check Relic Jiggy here, which, yeah, no, this is the right choice. He's going to check Relic Jiggy here, and he's going to get another hint from the Honeycomb, which is great. So the hint that Alpha did just get from the Bovina Honeycomb was, the Saucer of Peril holds nothing. So for those of you who are excited to see some target shooting, not going to happen today, sorry. Alright. Witchy World puzzle started for Znernicus. Znernicus doesn't have fire eggs yet, so he won't be able to go directly to Witchy World, but that's okay. He's got plenty of stuff to do still in Mayhem Temple. Honestly, I'm still, like, flabbergasted that he did all the flies with no egg game. Ugh. I don't think anybody ever has done that before. Actually, you know what? No. I don't necessarily think that's true. I think a bunch of people back in the day, you know, Banjo-Kazooie comes out, there's a lot of things in the game where you just forward shoot eggs, right? Nah. Banjo-Tooie's designed that way, where you're supposed to, like, climb the most natural path, and then the cutscene literally says, hey, come collect me. I'm egging. I don't think anybody has ever tried to do flies without egging. Or flight. Alpha, did Alpha get his hint? He did Relic Jiggy, right? And he found Split Up. He found Split Up behind Relic Jiggy, which is huge. Split Up is the only way to get into Clifftop, you know, barring DCW, of course. And, you know, Split Up is obviously important for a lot of checks here. So I think Alpha's going to be making his way to Witchy World now. Definitely going to get Split Up, and hope he can find Jiggy Wiggy Special. Znernicus now, he's a little bit behind, but he's going to be taking Golden Goliath around the level and, you know, picking up the stuff he needs to progress. Alpha's going back into GGM. What is he going here for? I don't think anything's available to him now. Did he find Bill Drill or something? No? Alright, we'll just have to see what his plan is here. Honeycombs, maybe, for hints? Or notes? Okay, that's a hint. Oh, getting Jinjos. Right. Making sure he gets the yellow Jinjos so he can finish that in Witchy World. Excellent idea. All right, Alpha the man showing us that you got a egg barge from the back of the rock. I learned that one myself from him. And it looks like Alpha's out of here. Znernicus 2, very proud, doing the right thing. Open prison compound first, open JSG, break the rock. And I sure hope he remembers Code Chamber. Oops. So Alpha now making his way into Witchy World. In Witchy World, Witchy World actually kind of sucks in terms of this style of randomizer. Dive of Death is available to him as soon as he can get to Witchy World, but every other jiggy requires stuff. Cactus of Strength, which is like the fastest jiggy, besides Dive of Death, you need grenades and Build Drill. Maybe you can use Clockworks in lieu of grenades, I don't actually know. Znernicus doesn't look like he's going to be able to make his way to Code Chamber in time. Sure hope he can. It's definitely a risk going for that kick on the white Jinjo. He's trying, and he's not going to make it. That is so unfortunate. He's trying to pause buffer, and he knows it's just over. It's really not that bad of a time loss, though. He'll reset. Does he have to do the dance again? Yeah, he does, but that's fine. This is like a minute time loss, or it's not that bad. And on his way in, he can kick the white Jinjo too and still make it to Code Chamber. Alpha, on the other hand, learning Split Up, now checking Dive of Death. Hopefully there's something interesting here. Notably, Split Up does give him access to Clifftop now. So if he can find a way to make his way into JRL or HFP, then he now has a whole new world opened up to him. Alpha considering going for the Jinjo and Cave of Horrors, realizing he doesn't have any way to break the lock. Oh, I missed it. So, Alpha finished the yellow Jinjo family, and on the yellow Jinjo family is Build Drill. So, he won't quite be able to get to Cactus of Strength yet, but Build Drill's going to open a lot of stuff up for him in the earlier levels. He did do Dive of Death, but he hasn't marked it on his tracker yet, so don't quite know what is behind it. And I'm not even playing around. I don't remember what's behind Dive, I don't even remember what's behind Dive of Death. So, Znernicus successfully kicking open the door to Code Chamber. Huge. Huge for him. Alpha's got Split Up, realizing don't have any way to break that gate. And he's just going to get out of here. That's the right move, man. You need explosives to get through that. Ooh, so, okay. Dive of Death actually had Jiggy Wiggy Special. So what is so interesting about this? This is an interesting decision for Alpha here. He can type in Jiggy Wiggy Special now. But he also has Build Drill. So the question is, what order does he do all this in? Does he go to GGM and get Build Drill and maybe do a couple Build Drill checks, like Power Hut? Does he get Build Drill and then head back to MT, type in the code, do like Dilberta? Or does he just kind of like make a beeline for Clifftop? Because all of those are accessible to him right now. Znernicus collecting his orange Jinjo and finding fire eggs himself. And he's going to make his way into Prison Compound for some Pillars action. Corey, I don't really like third-party URL shorteners. Are you familiar with, like, a Google one? Like, one that's, like, native to the... I just don't like, going through websites like that in general. Plus, I don't think it's that bad in the chat. Like, yeah, sure, it's long, but, like, it doesn't take up that much space. Alright, very slick pillars from Znernicus. What did he find there? Sub-Aqua Egg Aim. So, Sub-Aqua Egg Aim is an interesting one, because it is hard required to even get into the Fac fight. So, I think grenades might also be hard required. I'm not sure on that. Sub-Aqua is also useful for things like getting into Crispy Bacon. You know, if you want to get into Crispy Bacon, you need to shoot the statues. You can use the sub, but they don't have the sub yet. Or you could use Sub-Aqua, which is, you know, intended strats, oh my. Alpha learned his build drill. I think he did Power Hut. He did do Power Hut and found nothing behind it. Did not opt for the honeycomb and toxic gas, which that honeycomb would have given him his hint 3, and I don't think I really made it clear to the runners, which I don't think is a bad thing either, that hint 3s are usually the most powerful hints. Hint 3s are going to be the way of the Banjo hints. Don't tell them, no spoilers, but maybe over time they'll figure that out, that the hint 3s are the best, the juiciest ones. Claire, let me give you... Back in the day, Banjo-Tooie Bingo, there used to be this goal called Lord Wu Fac as BK. And let me tell you, was that the worst goal on the card ever. I did it once ever, never again. And oh my god, was I so fast to beg people to take them off the cards. And I'm very thankful that everybody agreed with me. Alright. Oh, Alpha typing in Jigga Wiggy Special, unfortunately. Gonna have to do that one again. Can you walk through what the runners know going into the randomizer? Yes. So, you know, these runners they're pretty familiar with Banjo-Tooie and the glitches and all that stuff. So this randomizer is not a ROM hack like most of the others that you might have seen. This one's done through spreadsheets because I don't know how to hack ROMs. At least not yet. Hoping to learn soon. And so what they know is that all of the moves you can learn from jam jars, all of the mumbos, all the cheats, and all the transformations, they cannot learn until they find which jiggy I've hidden them behind. And if you type, or if you look at the exclamation point trackers, you can take a look at which jiggies they've collected and how it's revealing moves that they are now allowed to learn. Claire, how much would you actually pay someone? Just wondering. I don't know. We'll see about it, Claire. I'll let you know. Alright, so back to the race. Paying attention to the runners, because, you know, this is a race and it's about them. Right? Znernicus now with 1 health, making his way up to the honeycomb on the tightrope. Or to... Does he have Van? Did I miss him get Van? Where was Van? Or no, he's just getting the warp. Okay. Alpha getting the green Jinjo, and Alpha... Okay, here's a good one. Alpha just got the honeycomb in Toxic Gas. Toxic Waste Box holds Super Banjo. Now that... that's cool. We know where Super Banjo is, but that is a feels bad in terms of where that is. Because it takes a lot to get to Toxic Waste, let me tell you. You either have to DCW there, which If you're DCWing there, you're not DCWing the credits, which I think is a mistake. So if you don't DCW there, you need to get into GI, which is a frickin' hassle. You need Springies to get up to Quagmire. Or I guess you could DCW the credits and then go backwards. But anyways, you need to get into GI. You need a way to get into the building, which means you either need the train or like Clockwork Works or something. And then you need a way to get into Toxic Waste with the battery. You know, you need Split Up, you need Pack Whack, you need Taxi Pack. It's just, ugh. So I don't know if we're going to get to see anybody play with Super Banjo. I hope so, but we'll see what happens. We'll see where the seed takes us. Super Banjo. Super Banjo is the coolest cheat in the game. Super Banjo makes you run faster. It's actually hilariously faster. And it's funny when you take Solo Kazooie, who runs faster, with the speed shoes and Super Banjo on, man, you go all the way across the level. Maybe I'm overstating it, but it is. You go faster and it's cool. Interestingly, though, for randomizer purposes, Super Banjo is actually useful when it comes to giving you access. I just missed Alpha do the JRL puzzle, even though he has Jiggy Wiggy special, so... And there goes Znernicus. Bye! See you next fall, Znernicus! He's just... I don't fucking need that check. I'll get it later. I hope Alpha doesn't do the puzzle for every single level, by the way. Seeing as how he has all the levels open. But anyways. Yeah, Super Banjo just makes you run fast. And it's useful outside of just making you run fast in randomizers, because it actually can potentially give you access to checks if you don't have certain other moves. I'm not 100% certain, but I think if you don't have Grip Grab, but you do have Super Banjo, I think you can do Swamp Jiggy. You can make it over to the boots without Grip Grab. Don't quote me, though. I don't actually know. But that'd be cool, wouldn't it? Alright. Alpha making his way to Cliff Top. Now, here's an interesting choice for Alpha. Alpha knows right now that Talon Torpedo is an HFP. The issue is, you know, Hailfire Peaks typically requires a lot of stuff. There is one check in HFP that doesn't require any moves. On the other hand, he's got access to JRL right now, which looks like he's decided to go here first. He's got access to Pano. He's got access to, well, not much else, to be honest. He's got access to, oh, he doesn't even have that. He did find Sub Aqua, however. He found Sub Aqua, which means he has access to Crispy Bacon if he wants to go down that route. He says, I don't even want Sub Aqua. Znernicus now, typing in Jiggy Wiggy Special. Definitely going to save some time on Alpha by not doing the JRL puzzle. But he is still behind here. Alpha collecting some doubloons. Going to do the Pano check. Now, some people were speculating about what the heck the spoiler image was about, or the teaser image. It was the snowball inside of Pano's case. You know, representing that, you know, behind the Jiggy, you're going to find a random move or transformation or something. So I'm curious to see, is the snowball actually hidden behind Pano? Wouldn't that be a huge meme? How much is the estimate for this run? I play tested this run myself after already knowing where all the important stuff was. And I, like, on purpose did checks I knew had nothing behind them. Because I was, like, thinking, what would I have done? You know? If I didn't already know where everything is. And it took me about 3 hours. I also had GDO playtest this. And he's very smart. He's got a good randomizer thinking brain. He's got a good Tooie brain. And I think his time was like, yeah, go ahead, GDO, do it yourself. Hear it from the horse's mouth. Znernicus now going to get his third hint in GGM. This is going to be the strongest hint. Let's take a look at what it is. Oh, that's the one Alpha already got. Is Toxic Waste Box has Super Banjo. So I set a 4-hour time limit on this race. I don't think anybody's going to get to that. And you know, to be honest, I don't have any contingency for what happens if the runners aren't done by 4 hours. I guess if things get close to that, then I'll just ask them if they just want to continue. But anyways, here we have Alpha turning into the balloons to Pano. Let's see what is behind Pano. And it is, he's going to get it later. Meanwhile, Znernicus now going to go back for Power Hut. Let's see what is here. Or we already know that Power Hut doesn't have anything on it. Alright, Alpha found Taxi Pack. Okay. So Taxi Pack is one of those moves that actually is pretty useful for a bunch of individual checks. Taxi Pack is obviously how you use any batteries in GI. Taxi Pack is also, unfortunately, useful for a lot of longer checks. Boggy's Kids Jiggy, Terry's Kids Jiggy, Styrac family. Saberman is probably like the fastest check that requires Taxi Pack. And here we have Alpha opening up the door because he doesn't have any explosives. This is his only way to get Sub Aqua. Meanwhile, Znernicus is now going to take his first dip into Witchy World. Oh, that's not even true. He had Jiggy Wiggy Special. Znernicus is now going to be taking his second dip into Witchy World. That's true! Claire, that's very true. If he wants to get Super Banjo, he needs... Because they've already got access to the train. They just need to get to Quagmire, and they need to find Packwhack. Packwhack is hard required for the batteries because you need to, like, slap them around a little. Oh, Znernicus, you don't have grenades. Fire eggs don't work, my friend. You're just not strong enough, Znernicus. It's not gonna work for you. But you know what? Gotta say, gotta give the man respect for trying. Because what if it worked, you know? He would have been rewarded. He's gonna try to, like, egg barge into the... Okay. He says, you know what? I think I need grenades for this. I'll do it later. Ooh, okay. So now Znernicus is going for this Jinjo now. It's a blue Jinjo, and blue Jinjos are kind of out of the way. He doesn't have Grip Grab. And for, like, the little logic that I set up for myself, I think I don't remember if Grip Grab is quote-unquote required in logic for that Jinjo. But Znernicus absolutely can grab this Jinjo without Grip Grab now, if he'd like. Ooh, he's got to get up here without Grip Grab. This kind of sucks, actually, compared to, like, Red House Jump and stuff like that. You know, I've heard that lag cause... Ooh, well done, actually. Really well done. I've heard that lag causes you to lose height in your jumps, and I think maybe that's why that feels so hard. But yeah, really good beak bust from Znernicus. Ooh, baby! And taking a look at the left side of your screen, Alpha, with no air, gonna be hitting these pots, and I think he's desperate to just open it up before he dies. because he is not going to make his way into crispy bacon in time. Okay, and Alpha's dead, but that's okay. I think he's got the warp pad, so he's just going to make his way back down here. Znernicus, with the first hint in Witchy World, tells him Split Up is found in Mayhem Temple. And you know what? That is a huge hint. That is a huge hint for Znernicus because he doesn't have Split Up. So it looks like he's making a beeline straight back. Maybe not. Alpha, on the other hand, finding his first hint in JRL, telling him springy step shoes are found in Hailfire Peaks. So Hailfire Peaks starting to look pretty lucrative. Talon Torpedo and Springies are two moves that are required to traverse Isle of Hags the intended way. The only way to get around those two moves is DCW, and they don't have access to this yet. They have no way to hit the button, and they have no way to... And they don't have the detonator. So DCW is out of reach. Alpha, with Egg Aim, opting to do the fish from the surface. And actually, you know what? I've been camping Znernicus audio for a little while. I'm going to swap to Alpha for a second. Much of as I've said that the fish is like my least favorite part of the run, I am a fan of the music, not going to lie. Alright, Znernicus making his way towards Dong Clip. This is going to be useful for getting into the relic area, and it's going to be able to net him some honeycombs too, if he wants some hints. Yeah, very well done from Znernicus. Znernicus has got 1 health here. Oh, he makes it. Oh, he's he flaps, so he's got to do the slow walk here, but you know what? He made it. And now it's just important he does not die on the way down. Alright, Alpha collecting the crispy bacon jiggy. What is that giving him? Oh. JRL Mumbo. Now, what is the JRL Mumbo useful for? I'll tell you, there is one thing that you can do with the JRL Mumbo that you can't do without the JRL Mumbo, depending on like what kind of moves you have. Sunder is exactly right. If you do not have explosives, you can make your way to Tip Top by breaking the little thing with the JRL Mumbo. The like breakable door. So if they find Hatch soon, then that means Tip Top could be on the table. And how much of a meme would it be if like grenades were hidden on Tip Top, you know? Alpha, dude. Like, do we tell him to stop doing the puzzles because he has Jiggy Wiggy Special? Like, does he have Jiggy Wiggy Special? Let me look. He has Jiggy Wiggy Special, he has Egg Aim, and he has the code chamber open. So... like... Sir? This is just giving Znernicus the opportunity to come back. Znernicus just found his Split Up. He's going to be making his way straight back to Witchy World to learn Split Up. Doesn't have any access to any more checks in Witchy World, but he now has access to Clifftop. Doesn't want to go to Jinjo Village. Pine Grove is much better. Alpha says WTF with about 12 question marks. Well, I hope you enjoy, Fresh Bay. Alpha is ahead. I don't think there's anything that Znernicus has done that Alpha hasn't. So Alpha is just straight up like 2 or 3 checks ahead. But Alpha keeps doing puzzles that he doesn't need to do, which is losing minutes of time. So yeah, I see. So let's take a look at what Alpha has right now. He doesn't have access to Kickball, Target Zan, or Swamp. Doesn't have access to Ordnance Storage, Canary Mary, or the Small Waterfall. Doesn't have access to any more Jiggies in Witchy World. Doesn't have access to any more Jiggies in Jolly Roger's Lagoon. There is only one. There's only one more check that Alpha could go do right now. And I don't know if he knows that that's available to him. And you know, I feel like I'm now realizing the risk of springing this category onto people, you know? Before, like, these guys were not expecting to be doing Banjo-Tooie Randomizer today. So, yeah, it looks like Alpha realizes what's going on. He's got access to HFP. He's going to find something very useful on a Volcano Jiggy here. By how much in percent is Alpha ahead? So I think he's going back into JRL. I don't think Alpha knows that he's got HFP open. I don't know. Alpha's not that far ahead anymore. Probably like 5%, 5 to 10% ahead right now. Maybe a little more than that, but he's definitely missing what he needs to be doing. He is going to take the JRL Mumbo. This is not helpful for anything yet. And yeah, Fresh Bay, don't worry about asking questions. There's no stupid questions. Oh, this is absolutely anyone's game, just by nature of what it is. Like, somebody can make a lucky, like, just make a choice that lucks out for them really well. Now, this is what I like to see. May I direct your attention to the right side of your screen? Znernicus is going to be making his way into HFP. He says, you know what? There might be 2 checks in JRL available to me right now. But I've got hints that Talon Torpedo is in HFP. I've got hints that Springies are in HFP. So I'm going to check HFP right now because it's got the things I want. Doesn't necessarily mean that those things are available for him to find right now, but it's a great place to look. He's taken Solo Kazooie up, grab some notes. I think he's going to grab the upper fire warp pad here. So, Fresh Bay, the way this works, this is not a ROM hack like most randomizers you might have seen. This is all being done in spreadsheets. They are playing straight up the vanilla game. But we have enforced rules on them that they are not allowed to learn certain moves or whatever until they check a box next to a Jiggy that they just collected, and it reveals to them that they can now learn that move. So it's kind of a bootleg way of doing the randomizer, but I think it works. So Znernicus is now making his way into Volcano. He has the upper fire warp for later. And Alpha right behind him. Alpha is making his way to upper fire and is now going to check Volcano. So we'll see what's here. But, Fresh Bay, so to answer your question explicitly, what is randomized are the moves, transformations, Mumbos, and cheats. Like, permission to use those are randomized amongst the Jiggies. I wonder if Znernicus goes for this honeycomb here. Or either of them, really. I also think it's funny that they both took Solo Kazooie here. Because this volcano is absolutely doable as BK. Doing it as Solo Kazooie might be a little faster. But if you do it as BK, then you can death warp out of here quicker and head back to the beginning of the level. So all in all, I don't know which is necessarily faster, but... Alright, Znernicus is going to be picking up Volcano. Let's see what it is. And it is Talon Torpedo. Now, let me tell you, that is huge. Talon Torpedo is huge because now they have access to a bunch more stuff in JRL, and they have access to what's it called? Wasteland. And with access to Wasteland and Jiggy Wiggy Special, they can enter TDL and CCL. What about the Jinjos? So, the Jinjo family Jiggies have moves and stuff behind them, just like any of the other Jiggies. You know, in particular, so far these guys have done whites, oranges, and yellows. Behind the oranges were Fire Eggs, and behind the yellows was Bill Drill. 2 super important moves. So, the Jinjo families are definitely worth going for. Also, just in general, most of the Jinjos require fewer moves than a lot of single Jiggies. Because they're just kind of in, you know, random little spots that are just easy to go and pick up, you know? By the way, the hint that these guys just found in Hailfire Peaks, Breagle Blaster is found after completing a Jinjo family. Well, Breagle Blaster is hard required to defeat Hag 1, so that's a pretty useful hint. You hope it's Black? Well, Black does have the most members, but it is not necessarily the hardest family to get. They're in pretty easily accessible locations compared to something like the Reds or the Purples. What is the worst Black Jinjo? Is it the Floor 4 in GI? Like outside? That's probably the hardest one to get under like randomizer settings. So right now, Znernicus made up a huge amount of time on Alpha by going to HFP first. But Alpha has already done Pano and Crispy Bacon, which I'm imagining Znernicus is going to be setting up to do here, along with his Talon Torpedo stuff. So Alpha's still ahead, but only by a little bit. And yeah, Alpha, I surely hope you don't leave here. You got easy Seamy Fish check. Yes, I have mandated that they use pattern 1 because I can't guarantee with a different pattern that the logic would work out, unfortunately. Yes, Yumi, the one rule as far as glitch... Well, I guess there's 2 rules. The 2 rules as far as glitches go, you can't use bit clips, but that's a standard BTCS rule. For this challenge, you cannot DCW directly to Hag 1. You are allowed to DCW, and you probably should DCW to credits, but not directly to Hag 1. And really, the biggest reason that I chose that was so that you can't skip Breagle Blaster. Because the way I see it is Breagle Blaster is kind of like the light arrows of Banjo-Tooie Randomizer. Like, yeah, Breagle Blaster is useful for, I think, 5 things, 5 checks, which is kind of a lot. Slightly Sacred Chamber, Target Zan, Ordnance Storage, Clinkers, and Champa are 5 Jiggies that you can't get without Breagle Blaster. But overall, it's not a useful move compared to a lot of the other ones. So I kind of see it as like your end goal. You find Breagle Blaster, that's probably the end of the seed. Of course, you need Clockworks too. But Clockworks, you find Clockworks, the entire seed opens up to you. Alright, Znernicus running around the level, picking up as many doubloons as he can, setting up for Pano. Alpha did the Seamy Fish check, and he found Dragon Kazooie. Now, Dragon Kazooie, as far as spreadsheet randomizer goes, is not worth anything. What is kind of cool is if we ever do get to a ROM hack state, Dragon Kazooie technically I think, can substitute for fire eggs in a lot of places. One notable spot is Oogle Boogles. I think if you have Dragon Kazooie but not fire eggs, you can do Oogle Boogles. I'm not sure. I never tested any of this. I'm just speculating, but... Do we count the Amazogaze goggles as a move? What about fast swimming and roaring as the small dino? Those are excellent questions. The list, if you press ! trackers, is you can find a list of all the stuff that is randomized amongst things. And I did not include roaring, but I did include the goggles and fast swimming. Alright, sorry about that. Welcome back. Alright, so Znernicus is making his way to Talon Torpedo right now. Alpha is in CCL. And what is really interesting about CCL is these guys can actually do a lot. So, way early on, they found the bee jiggy. Or they found the access to the bee. The Tampa Temple jiggy gave them access to the bee. And with just the bee alone, you've got access to 3 relatively quick checks. Let's take a look. Alpha just got a hint, his first hint in CCL. Grenade eggs are found in TDL. That's an interesting one. You can certainly beat a seed without grenade eggs, but holy cow, are grenade eggs useful. Znernicus now doing his Pano check, desperately trying to find that note. Oh, wrong Seamy Fish. He's going to get the extra hint here. That'll be his first hint. Springies are found in HFP. You know, Yumi Sparkles, in the future, you know, when we do like a real randomizer, I'm sure roaring for the dinosaur could be included as a thing you can pick up. Alright, Alpha is very hard trying to get this honeycomb without losing flight. And trying to avoid the Zubba while he's at it. I feel like at this point you just land. Like even land in Death Warp would be faster. Yeah. Unfortunately, can't skip that cutscene with only 2 eggs there. There's a randomizer in the works, right? So Cool Boy Man Adam said that he's working on a randomizer. I don't know the details. But yeah, I guess ask him. Alright, well actually, I wasn't paying attention. Alpha has gotten all 3 hints in Cloud Cuckooland, so let's take a look at those. Workers Jiggy holds nothing. That's a pretty good one. Don't need to worry about that one. That's a long Jiggy. And Lord Wu Fac holds the TDL Mumbo. The TDL Mumbo is an interesting one. It's of course hard required for the Styrak family. It's also useful if you want to be big T-Rex for any reason. If, for example, you want to get that black Jinjo behind the cage, you could use big T-Rex. If you want to scare the Oogle Boogle guy, or the Unga Bunga, so you can get into the Oogle Boogle's cave without like clockwork warps and stuff, TDL Mumbo's helpful there. So, yeah, maybe we might see somebody go for Lord Wu Fac Jiggy. In this current implementation, yes, hints are from honeycombs. I would imagine that in a ROM hack randomizer, they'd come from signposts. Wow, Alpha's zooming in to kill the ulcers. Alright, Alpha, of course, showing us the best way to do the trash can minigame without Wing Whack. If he wanted to do this with Wing Whack, he would have had to do the Alien Kids Jiggy, which nobody wants to do. Yes, they're germs, not ulcers. You really hope there's not a trash can filled with ulcers. That would raise a lot of questions with certain government institutions. But anyways, yes, you can do this very easily and very quickly with that game. Trash can Jiggy, unfortunately empty. No good news for Alpha. Znernicus finding his taxi pack, which could come into play. You know what's kind of awkward about JRL is there's no good way to blow up that centerpiece without grenades. I don't know if you can do it with clockworks. I think I heard you can't do it without clockworks. But don't quote me. And you can't build drill it or anything. And that split up pad is useful for learning Wing Whack or for doing like smugglers without clockworks. Ouch, your fucking mouth. Znernicus is going to go ahead and do crispy bacon here while he's already in JRL. He's going to zoom in. Zoom in to refresh his mind on what the code is. Alpha going to see what's behind the Dippy Jiggy. Let's take a look. Now, the Dippy Jiggy technically is a TDL Jiggy. So when you read the hint, grenades are found in TDL, it could be referring to the Dippy Jiggy. Well, I'm glad you knew that, Yumi, because that's a good thing to try. And wow, Dippy Jiggy holds Grip Grab. That's a pretty good one. You know, Grip Grab is one of those moves that you just play with so often that you can't appreciate how useful it is until you try to play without it. You know, you'd be surprised how many times it comes into play and how much you would wish you had it. So, Grip Grab's a huge pickup for Alpha. Expect him to see him go back into MT for just that and that alone. Although that does give him access to like Swamp Jiggy too, so while he's there, he might as well do it. He's gonna do Mingy Django now, and he still has all the B stuff to do. So CCL actually a great level for randomizer once you get access to it. Sunder, true. Very, very true. Grip Grab is also like one of those moves that, like, if you're playing a limited moves format like this, then, you know, Grip Grab does help you get around a lot of things. For example, if you want to learn Taxi Pack, you know, you really want to have either Grip Grab or Pack Whack. If you don't have either, you need to do some kind of hard damage boost off the Snapdragon, but that's not something I would consider in logic. That's not a trick I would expect people to do. If they want to, they're welcome to, but it won't be in logic. Alright, Alpha gonna get Mingy Django Jiggy, and behind Mingy Django Jiggy is Sack Pack. Wow, now, Sack Pack, of course, hard required for Mr. Fit. Sack Pack potentially gives you access to Cheese Wedge, if you don't have Clockworks. Sack Pack also gets you across, if you don't have DCW, it can get you across the moat in Cauldron Keep, if you don't have Pack Whack either. So we might see that come into play. These guys might have to pick up a lot of notes. Now, the one thing I will say is I really don't like that Alpha left there. Because I think Alpha forgot that he has access to the B. Because The B is 3 jiggies, and they're all pretty quick jiggies. So I would have liked to see him go through those. Znernicus now is making his way through Seaweed Sanctum. This is a green Jinjo, which the green Jinjos are pretty good right now. He still doesn't have any way to get the one in Area 51, but he can get all the others. This is also on the way to Mary Maggie Jiggy, which he doesn't have grenades, so shooting out the teeth is kind of going to suck, but it's possible. And he does have Sub-Aqua too, so he doesn't have to worry about doing it from the surface. Which was, I don't remember who it was that was having a frustrating time with it, but they were not a fan, from what I remember. Plus, there's a honeycomb in here. There's a honeycomb, and that's another hint. To do the teeth without grenades, just use any other egg. Grenades are nice because one grenade will shoot out a tooth. But if you use other eggs, fire eggs you might need 2 fire eggs per tooth. I think you need 3 blue eggs per tooth. Znernicus is going to run out of fire eggs here, unfortunately. Is he going to try to, like, bill drill the teeth? Or, no, this is just for the warp pad and honeycomb, okay. Yeah, I support this. Let's take a look at Znernicus' sheet. Let's see what his next JRL hint is. I'm interested to see this. I'm not 100% sure if the sub works. I think I heard that it doesn't, but don't quote me. You know, Yumi, you mentioned you're trying to do like a minimum moves run. I implore you to, maybe after you do your run and like explore it all for yourself, check out Ring Rush's Lotad of max % moveless. That is an incredible watch. Just from like entertainment standpoint. Alright, Znernicus will be the first one to check, as long as he gets in here before he dies. He's gonna die! Oh, okay, he's in there. He needs to surface quick, though. He needs to surface quick! Oh, go up right now, come on! Oh, you got stuck on the ceiling! He's alive. Oh, that was spooky. Yeah, he had the warp, so it wouldn't have been terrible, but oh. I was fearful. Alright, so let's take a look. Looks like Alpha's gonna be getting that hint as well. Or was he a little late? He doesn't know where the fish is? There you go, Alpha. Well done. So Znernicus is setting up his way towards Mary Maggie Jiggy. Just death warp on the dude. Honestly, calculated from Znernicus, right? Because leaving the water with 1 health left is optimal. Okay, so the hints just came forward. The second JRL hint is that the black Jinjos hold nothing. So whoever was hoping that Breagle Blaster would be on the black Jinjos, sorry to disappoint. Nothing there. Mary Maggie, let's see what's behind there. And nothing as well. Nothing as well. All right. So it looks like Alpha's making his way back to MT. This is going to give him access to Grip Grab, and he can check, what's it called? Swamp Jiggy. You don't need Grip Grab to do DCW. Have you seen speedruns of the game, Yumi? I'm not going to spoil you if you don't want me to spoil you, but with what you have, you can do DCW. Alright, Znernicus is going to be making his way to Wasteland for the first time. Meanwhile, Alpha going to be warping to Prison Compound, going to take a look at Swamp Jiggy. Yeah, that gap definitely seems jumpable with Super Banjo. Would you guys agree? I never tested it, but it just looks like it has to be. So taking a look at Alpha's sheet, he did Swamp Jiggy, nothing there. But Grip Grab is still a huge pickup. So let's see where he goes next. I do think that Alpha's still ahead at this point, but Znernicus has caught up a lot of ground. Although, no, Znernicus still hasn't touched CCL, so... Yeah, Alpha's still probably 5 to 10 minutes ahead. DCW refers to the delayed cutscene warp, which is a massive glitch in Banjo-Tooie that allows you to warp to a lot of different locations in the game. The caveat is that you can only do it once on a file ever, because it requires that you exploit something with the Saucer of Peril being freed cutscene. And it's most commonly used to warp directly to the Hag 1 fight in speedruns. But it's also used in stuff like the BTCS or Memer Board categories or Bingo to DCW to other locations in the game that you might want to have quick access to. What would be a good speedrun for you to watch? For what purpose? To see all the tricks in the game and what you can do? 100%. For how to do things with the lowest amount of moves, low percent. And the max percent move list, low tad, although a lot of that stuff is not possible by humans. Ooh, holy shit, I didn't know that was possible. Alpha just got that honeycomb. That was pretty sick. Let's see. Let's go to Alpha's. He hasn't put in the cheat yet. Looks like he's going to be making his way to River Passage. Detonator is found in TDL. That's a good hint. Detonator necessary for DCW. Yumi, let me tell you, you are far from the first person who has DCW to Hag 1 and died. Oh my god, Claire, you suddenly changed your color. You're bright yellow now. Anyways, second hint coming through for Alpha. Terry's Kids holds the washing machine transformation. Now that's an interesting one. Washing machine obviously required for Workers Jiggy, which we already know doesn't have anything on it. Washing machine also could come in handy for general navigating GI if you don't have certain other moves. So we might still see Terry's Kids come into play, especially since we do already have Taxi Pack. Really the only thing that we're missing to be able to do Terry's Kids is a way to get to Terry, which Alpha's going for this Beak Bomb. Holy shit. This is not in logic, but you know what? Good luck. This is very possible. Excuse me. This trick is kind of hard, but it's very doable. And I don't know how much experience Alpha has with it. Ooh, that looks good. It looked good. He lost flight, unfortunately, which really sucks, but... Ooh, Znernicus... I guess I'm the only person that didn't know you could make that jump to that honeycomb. Well done. It really is, Yumi. If Alpha... Ooh, he lost flight there again. That really sucks. That happens pretty rarely, so I think Alpha's getting a little unlucky there. But if Alpha runs his head into this trick enough times, he will eventually get it. And taking a look at the right side of your screen, I think Znernicus is going to go for it too. I didn't notice, but in the BTCS chat, Alpha says, this will be fun. Oh, so close. Alpha keeps losing flight, which really sucks. I could use your help, but you need to visit Mayahem Temple and talk to Jam Jars first. Gonna be honest, did not know that Jam Jars had a space in it. At least Champa seems to think so. Yeah, Znernicus is just out of there. He says, I don't want to try this. Oh! Alpha gets it! What a legend. Alpha now has access to Terry, so this is going to be a good one. He is now out of logic, but this might pay off for him. He's got access to the top of the mountain. That's 2 checks on Terry. That's Stomping Plains. That's, you know, another red ginger. That's pretty huge for Alpha here. Uncaught reference error. You are not even the 1,000th. Okay, 1,000 is kind of a stretch. You are not even the 10th person to do that. That is a mistake that a lot of people have made. But oh, well, see ya, Alpha. What even happened? It looked like he just got like not even damaged, just pushed off. But anyways, uncaught reference here. A lot of people have made that mistake, but also a lot of people have made that mistake once. Yeah, Yumi. Yeah. I always knew that sub-aqua was hard required, but thank you for confirming that, yeah, grenade eggs are 100% required to even get into the fight. Even though, like you said, you could do it with the sub. You can do it with Talon Torpedo, in fact. Alpha, please! Alpha! Looks like he just lost a lot of speed somehow. 3rd time's a charm, right? So right now, I would say that these guys are mostly looking for, obviously, Clockworks. But right now, I think they're looking for Springy Step Shoes. Now, Springy Step Shoes are one of the ways to get to the top of the nest in logic. The other being like Clockwork Warps, or I think even I put Bird Balloon in logic, I think. I don't remember. Here we can see Terry with no grenade eggs, and unfortunately, Alpha did not get 10 damage. So he will be force cycling Terry. Yeah, Springies also give them access to Quagmire and GI, which they can't do a whole lot in GI, but it is a whole nother level. Okay, Znernicus is opting to leave TDL now. What has he done here? Doesn't look like he got any checks, but he did get all 3 hints. Cactus of Strength is Way of the Banjo. Now that's an interesting hint, because Cactus of Strength requires Build Drill and grenades. And so if whatever is on Cactus of Strength is hard required, then that means they need to find grenades. Yeah, glad you like that, Claire. I was thinking of a lot of different things to call it, like the Way of the Tootie. I didn't know. So Way of the Banjo just made sense. I think in Donkey Kong 64, like internally, they call it Way of the Horde. It's just funny. Okay, Znernicus is going to be collecting his first CCL hint. It's going to be about, it's going to be telling him that grenades are in TDL. And if he knows that Cactus of Strength is Way of the Banjo, he knows he needs to be looking for those grenades in TDL. Znernicus knocking down George, which is great. Pigpool, a very, very accessible Jiggy. Doesn't require any moves except for Split Up and a way to get into the pipe, which they have Builder. So Pigpool is available to Znernicus right now. What does Way of the Banjo mean? Way of the Banjo comes from Way of the Hero from Ocarina of Time Randomizer, which means that whatever item is quote-unquote Way of the Hero or Way of the Banjo is required or on the intended path to beat the seed. So, for example, if what's a good example? If the bee was Way of the Banjo, what that means is whatever is on like Eyeball Plants or Zubba's minigame is also going to be something that you need to beat the game, right? So it might be Clockworks or Breagle Blaster, which you need to do Hag 1, or it might be another move that you need to get Clockworks or Breagle Blaster or something like that. There's a chain of events that is like the minimum required stuff to do, and Way of the Banjo means that it's on that chain of events. So Alpha picking up 2 quick jiggies. Let's take a look what he got there. That is big. So Terry Jiggy wasn't anything, but under Terry's nest is grenade eggs. Grenade eggs, which is exactly what Znernicus is looking for right now. So he can make his way towards Cactus of Strength. And grenade eggs feel so good too, because now that you have access to explosives, that's stuff like breaking down any of those breakable walls, or the pipe in JRL if you didn't have Build Drill. That's, breaking down the grating to do Pump Room. Grenades is a huge pickup for Alpha here. Of course, it's not real randomizer. He still has to run to Pine Grove and learn the move. But he's got grenade eggs. Sunder, that is actually so true. That is actually 100% true. Yeah, under current spreadsheet randomizer settings, Witchy World is kind of an ass level. So much is locked behind other things. Yeah, uncut reference here, I'm sad too. But maybe we'll see it sometimes in the future. Alright, so Znernicus doing his quick CCL checks. He's got Mingy Django, which we remember is Sack Pack. Alpha, on the other hand, just did Stomping Plains, which he hasn't marked yet. You can't do Tip Top with Mumbo. You can get access to the Tip Top room with Mumbo, because there's that breakable wall that you either need an explosive or Mumbo's staff for. You still need Hatch to actually do the Jiggy. What's going on, Lieutenant Boo? Alpha did get Stomping Plains, right? I'm not making that up. He just hasn't marked it yet, so I don't know what's there. You know what? I don't actually know, Claire. I would guess yes. I don't know. I don't know what I'd guess. I would guess yes. If you can use grenades, I'm guessing that it's like any form of damage, but I'm not 100%. And I think even if you can't use the staff, I would guess you could come back as BK and do a peck or something. Okay, so Alpha has learned his grenade eggs, and he is now back in Witchy World because he now has access to Cactus of Strength, which is a really fast Jiggy, and as we saw from Znernicus, is Way of the Banjo. Alpha doesn't actually know that yet, so he's in for a surprise. When is HFP Ice Cube Jinjo with Mumbo? I don't know if you can kill Mildred with Mumbo. That's one of those things that people always ask, and everyone's like, oh, I don't know. And then someone's like, I figured it out. I know the answer. And everyone's like, oh, that's interesting. And then everybody forgets. Everybody forgets immediately. And then it comes up again, and everyone's like, I don't know. It's one of those. Alright, Znernicus again showing it. Well, Znernicus is showing us what Alpha has showed us, that egg game is huge for this minigame. Alpha, with the newly acquired grenade eggs, is now going to be making his way into Cave of Horrors. Now, in Cave of Horrors, there are 3 cages. There's the one with the Jinjo, which I think is Alpha's main goal here. There's the one with the dinosaur, which is required for Styrak family. And there's the one with Gobi. Now, I really hope that Alpha takes the time to hit all 3 cages. And you know what? I think that is a huge mistake from Alpha. Maybe not huge, but if Alpha finds out later that Styrak family is required to beat the seed, he's going to be kicking himself for not spending the extra however much time breaking the other gates, because Cave of Horrors kind of sucks to get to. I don't like this play. You guys have the B. There's 3 super fast checks with the B. And I feel like these guys just got the B so long ago that they forgot about it. Out of sight, out of mind, you know? Alright, those are the brown Jinjos for Alpha. And Claw Clammers. That's a pretty good move. Claw Clammers lets you climb up GI. So if you have access to the inside of GI, which they do, because they have the train, you now have access to all the floors of GI. Alright, Znernicus trying to figure out how to talent torpedo in first person. Oh, gotta swim all the way over there to get this purple Jinjo. And acquired. 2 out of 8. We got 6 more Jinjos till we can figure out what, if anything, is on the purple Jinjos. As a reminder, what was it? Maybe Znernicus knows and Alpha doesn't. Where is it? Oh yeah, Breagle Blaster is found after completing a Jinjo family, but we know the black Jinjos have nothing on them. So there's still green, red, blue, and purple. Breagle Blaster is on one of those 4 families. For sure. Alpha's made his way back into HFP. What is he looking for? He's got grenades. What's in here for him? Got grip grab. Alpha's hitting the train switch. Now, what's interesting about this is these guys don't have Clockworks yet. Clockworks hugely powerful in Randomizer because it gives you access to so many millions of checks, right? Clockworks alone can do so much, but they don't have Clockworks right now. Ice Train Jiggy is one of those Jiggies that is so easy to get with just Clockworks. But if you don't have Clockworks yet, it's a pretty long and annoying process where you need to hit the train switches, you need to free Gobi, you need to let Gobi spit into the train to cool it down, and then you need to ride the train back to Icy Side. And to hit the Icy Side train switch, you need the snowball, which I just looked. Cactus of Strength is the snowball. And we just said, and we saw, Alpha doesn't know this, but Znernicus showed us that the cactus was way of the hero, way of the banjo. Which means snowball's way of the banjo. And the 3 things that I can think of that are required that the snowball is useful for are the Windy Hole Jinjo, if you don't have Clockworks, Ice Train, if you don't have Clockworks, and Oil Drill Jiggy. So, seeing that the snowball is way of the banjo tells you that one of those 3 checks is going to have something very useful on it. Alpha giving it a big think. Wow, look at this. Both our runners on the silo menu of trying to figure out where they want to go. This is the best kind of... Look at them. They're just sitting here. So Alpha making his way back into Witchy World. He doesn't have Van, so this green Jinjo isn't available to him yet. But now that he has Grenade Eggs, Pump Room is available. And he doesn't have Airborne, so that means no Balloon Burst. But he can do Hoop Hurry. iCup, did you ever end up trying this out? If you did, what was your time? Oh, somebody just got a hint. Who just got a hint? Oh, yeah. Never mind. Nobody got a hint yet. Alpha now shooting the Pump Room grate out. Alpha just picked up a Honeycomb. That's a hint. Let's take a look. His first hint in Witchy World is that Split Up is in MT. I don't think Alpha's happy to see that hint. I think Alpha already knew that one. Oh. Znernicus trying to learn Taxi Pack gets hit off by the Snapdragon. Now going for some slow swimmage to get these notes. Just gonna let the... Ooh, actually, you know what? I respect it. He's death warping on the eel so he can get back up. So he can try again. Alpha, you have Grip Grab! Okay. Good job from Alpha. Now gonna be doing the Condotiner special. Will he set up DCW here? Sure hope he doesn't, because if you want to set up DCW, I think you have to necessarily do Detonator first, and then do the button. I think. But he's going to get his hint here, which is MT Kickball holds the dinosaur transformation. Okay. These guys haven't found the Stony. And they haven't found any reason to necessarily need the dinosaur transformation. They do have access to TDL Mumbo, which means they can become Big Dinosaur. And they don't have Clockwork, so maybe... Well, we already know that the Black Jinjos don't have anything. But maybe... What else is T-Rex good for? For what's it called? For Roar Cage, if they can get T-Rex, they can get the Roar Cage Jiggy. If they have the big T-Rex, they can scare the Oogle Boogle guy away, or the Unga Bunga guarding the Oogle Boogle cave. Gives them access to Oogle Boogle Jiggy. Alpha now going to be going for Dawn Clip here. I think this is for the MT hint. And now that he's got grenades, he can Death Warp after collecting this Honeycomb. Okay, he's got the Honeycomb, and that is a pretty big hint for Alpha. Ice Train is way of the Banjo. So, I'll let you guys come up with your own conclusions there. Znernicus giving it a bit of a think. Alpha says, "Oh my God, LOL!" all caps. I think Alpha's onto something. Znernicus desperately trying to get up here, getting lost in all his poles and grip grabs. Getting his third brown Jinjo. He's got one more. I saw him get the one in TDL. You know what? He hasn't gotten the one in Cave of Horrors yet. So, just saying, Snowball is way of the Banjo, Ice Train is way of the Banjo. I sure hope that Znernicus opens up all these cages. And there's Alpha warping to the back of the tent. Oh, Znernicus. Oh, Znernicus doesn't have grenades. Right, because Alpha's out of logic right now. Alpha got grenades by doing that beak bomb through the hole to get to Terry. Yeah, this is big. So Znernicus still needs to find a way to break open those gates. Now, Alpha, on the other hand, coming back here, yes, you know that you probably need Gobi, but also can you please open the door with the dinosaur? You don't have any hint telling you that Styrac is not useful. I swear to God. Oh, and he's been to HFP before, so he's gonna get this long cutscene. Or do you always get this cutscene? Oh, you know what it is? It's like the free Gobi goal in Bingo. You typically want to try to avoid HFP if you do that goal. Because if you never go to HFP, you never get that cutscene. Well, Sunder, Clockworks are required to beat Hag 1, so... You will always be looking for Breagle Blaster and Clockworks. Oh, okay, never mind. I misunderstood what you were saying. I thought you were saying it gets Clockworks to open up a Jinjo, but you're saying that the 2 checks open up a Jinjo and Clockwork. Yeah, I get what you're saying now. Yeah. So, when it comes to Oil Drill Jiggy, you definitely need the Snowball for. There's no way around it that I know of. But there are 2 ways to get the Jiggy after you've already spawned it with the Snowball. And that is either to have Shack Pack and do it the intended way, or to get into Toxic Waste and do a parallel shot with Clockworks. Both of which I've considered to be in logic. Although that parallel shot in Toxic Waste might be a little iffy. Znernicus going to be making his way towards Pigpool Jiggy. I don't think he's hit the Toxic Waste switch yet. So, yeah, that's not the Jiggy yet. That is 1/2 of the puzzle. But he's unlocked a way to get back to JRL quickly and go to the pipe. He has Build Drill, so he can certainly get in there. The Hothead's bullying him just a little bit. Alpha going for another Honeycomb for another hint in HFP. This will be his first hint in HFP. Yeah, I think so too, Steve. But I think, like, depending on, you know, what kind of people want to play the Rando, I think really the best way to go about it is to have settings where you can either do, like, full-on casual strat logic, or you can have, like, as a setting, common speedrun tricks logic, you know? And I think the second option would be more interesting. It'd be way less restrictive. And it'd be a little more open, a little more fun, but I think it's good to have the distinction. Because obviously, like, people who don't speedrun the game are interested in randomizers in general, so... Znernicus is going to be going for, I think, the last hint in JRL, which is going to be the most important hint. Let's see what that is. And Alpha's becoming the Snowball. And Znernicus, red Jinjos are way of the Banjo. What could that possibly mean? Anyways, Alpha is the biggest snowball. He is trying to figure out a way to get to the top here. Just go around, Alpha. I think Alpha thinks he needs to get through the doorway here. When I think really the intended way to do this is just to go around through the water. Okay, now you're small. Okay, that's good enough. Sure. So now he needs to become fully big to hit the switch. And then he needs to climb back up to get to oil drill. What's going on, Alucard? Znernicus just hit the toxic waste switch, so let's see what that was. J or L? Pigpool. Pigpool had nothing, unfortunately. I really don't like this play from Alpha. He's not even going to try going for oil drill. Like, yes, there's a lot of signs pointing towards Ice Train here. Which, you know, maybe this is the right decision. Thinking about it, and now Alpha also knows that Briggle Blaster is on a Jinjo family, and the red Jinjos are way of the Banjo. I think he has a pretty good idea of where that is. But he still needs a way to get to Hag 1. He doesn't have Detonators, so he can't do DCW, and he doesn't have Springies, so he can't even get to Quagmire. So he's still looking for at least one of those two things. Alright, Alpha now making his way towards the train station. Right, he's going to call the train here, and then he needs to go, use, what's-his-face? Needs to go ground pound Gobi to cool down the engine. Yeah, so Sunder, that's a really good thought. Let's say you have already found, like, you know, your Springies, you found Claw Clammers, and you found a way to cross the moat on not Quagmire, Cauldron Keep. Found a way to cross the moat as solo Banjo, whether that be Pack Whack or Sack Pack. Do you just suck it up? You have all the stuff you need. Go make the climb up through Klungo 3 through Tower of Tragedy to get to Hag 1? Or do you spend a little extra time searching for the detonator so you can DCW up there? I think, unless you pretty much know where the detonator is, you should just make the climb. What they do know is that the detonator is found in TDL somewhere. I think they also know Terry's Kids is washing machine. It's not Terry's Kids. So, like, how many different things can it really be? Alpha also, by the way, did Stomping Planes and has not revealed the check. So... Oh, Znernicus got double air? I didn't notice. Let me take a look. Oh, he doesn't have double air. But it looks like Znernicus is now in CCL. He's going to grab this Jinjo, and he's going to become the fucking bee. Finally. I'm so surprised that these guys skipped B. Oh, there it is. Znernicus says, "Oh man, I forgot something that I unlocked." And that was probably the B, because now he's on his way to doing the B jiggies. Alright, so Alpha going ahead and blowing up the little temple ruins area. Going to make his way up to Gobi. Znernicus starting on his eyeball plants and his jelly castle. What, forgetting that you unlocked the bee is like the first thing? Znernicus, just take a step back. Just land and then take a step back. This is... You're making this so much harder on yourself. Alright, consider, build drill's not gonna work there, buddy. Oh. No, it didn't work. Okay. Stop build drilling! Just press Z! Be patient! What? Alpha, please. He doesn't know how to do this! Oh, God, just... Come on! Does Alpha not know how to ground pound, maybe? No, he has to know how to ground pound. Okay, sure. Right on the neck. Sure. Ooh, Ice Eggs for Znernicus. That's pretty nice. So, Ice Eggs is pretty cool because that unlocks aliens. That unlocks Dragon Brothers. That unlocks Pot of Gold. If, well, Znernicus doesn't have access to grenades yet, but... Alpha trying to make his way into Chuffy. Just get on the ladder! This is so funny to watch. Poor Alpha. He doesn't know. Oh, he was on the other side. I didn't even realize. Okay, yep, fair play. Well done. Alpha making his way to Icy Side, and he's going to find out what the way of the Banjo check is here. Znernicus is picking up his second B Jiggy. This is going to be... B. This is going to be... He's playing the game right now, so you can't... Leg Spring! Ooh, Leg Spring's an interesting one. Leg Spring is one of those moves that, like, other moves can cover any of the jobs that Leg Spring wants to do. However, if you don't have those other moves, Leg Spring actually is pretty useful. The only problem is, you know, in the spreadsheet format, there's... Leg Spring is locked in GI. So it's going to be hard for him to get there anyways. Is Znernicus trying to find the hole to get in? There it is. Well done. Just climb the pole, dude. I think this is the first time Alpha's done this in his life. Don't die to the Minjo. He's staying the fuck away from that. No, it's gonna get him. No! Dude, it's gonna get him. Oh, is he gonna leave to get more help? Just walk around him. Oh. Oh, he's looking for the loading zone to get to the ice train, Jiggy. It's up here. It is up here. Just walk. Okay, that works. Okay, we're gonna see. Ice train was way of the Banjo, so I'm curious to see what this is. Let's go to Alpha spreadsheet. Ice train. Ice train is Clockworks. Now let me tell you, if that isn't the hugest pickup that he could have picked up. So now, he needs a way to get to Hag 1 still. He needs to either find the detonator or he needs to find Springies. But he's got Clockworks, and he has a pretty good idea of where Breagle Blaster is. And remember, he's also out of logic. He only got the snowball from his illegitimately obtained grenade eggs from Terry's nest. Znernicus is still looking for a way to get up to Terry's nest. And obviously it's not going to be Clockworks, because Clockworks are past that, so... And now that Alpha's got Clockworks, he can run a train on TDL. He can go for Rock Nuts, he can go for Roar Cage, he could do Oogle Boogles. He's already done Stomping Plains. I'm pretty sure. He doesn't have it marked for whatever reason, but I think he did do it. Or what is the play here from Alpha? Where is he even going? Because, like, what's up here for him? Znernicus making his way into JRL. I think he's thinking that he wants to do the Aliens Jiggy. Alpha just wanted Solo K. What is Solo K for here? Maybe Solo K is how Alpha's most comfortable going for Rock Nuts Jiggy? Because he doesn't have Hatch. Oh, he's getting Solo K for this. Yeah, doing this shot as BK is a little weird. So I think Alpha's only ever done this as Solo K, so he's... Rather than trying to... That was really fast. Well done. Rather than try to spend time going for something he doesn't know how to do, just do this. Roar Cage. What's on Roar Cage? Nothing, unfortunately. So yeah, Alpha's going for the Rock Nuts. Meanwhile, Znernicus with his newly acquired Ice Eggs. Gonna do the UFO. Did Znernicus do Zubbas? Oh, he did do Zubbas. Ooh, okay. This is interesting. So on Zubbas was the Stony, which the Stony is useful for MT Kickball and HFP Kickball. We also saw that MT Kickball is, what, the dinosaur? I don't remember who got that hint. I think Alpha did. Yeah, MT Kickball holds the dinosaur transformation. So potentially there might be something locked behind the dinosaur. Although, yeah. Springies might actually be behind the dinosaur. Because Alpha skipped all that by doing the Beak Bomb to Terry. No, but Roar Cage... Yeah. Anyways, Znernicus is watching the extra long cutscene because he has been to Icy Side previously. Or, what is the rule? You don't even have to be to Icy Side. If you go to HFP first, and then do Aliens Jiggy, I think you get the Icy Side cutscene, regardless of whether or not you actually went to Icy Side. However, if you go to do Aliens first, then enter HFP, you don't get the cutscene until you actually go to Icy Side. I think that's the rule. But anyways, Aliens Jiggy, let's take a look. What is behind Aliens Jiggy? And it is nothing. So what else remains to be checked behind Ice Eggs? He can't do Pot of Gold. There's Dragon Brothers. You need Ice Eggs for Chili Billy. Did Znernicus actually get double air? Okay, I'll remind him. Anyways, okay, we got that cleared up for the time being. Alpha working on his rock nuts, Jiggy. What is behind rock nuts? Let's take a look. It is nothing. Wow, this has been pretty not lucrative. So Alpha trying to figure out what he can do still. Terry's kids, we know, has the washing machine. So here's the thing. Alpha has the hint that the detonator is in TDL. He knows that it's not on Terry's kids. So it could be on Champa, but he doesn't have Breagle Blaster yet. It could be on Oogle Boogles, which he can actually do right now. Or it could be on Styrac family. And if it's on Styrac family, then Alpha's going to have to go... Alpha's going to have to go to Cave of Horrors for the 3rd time to free something. Hi, Erica the Deer Demon. Znernicus taking an unfortunate fall, going for the split-up Jiggy. Now, he doesn't have Clockworks yet, so he can't do split-up skip. And Jesus, man. These fire-spitting things are no bueno. You know? Oh my god! Znernicus is getting bullied here, holy cow. Alpha making his way to Taxi Pack. He has Grip Grab, so he will be able to grab this. Alpha absolutely knows. It's called PTS, the PG Teleportation Special. And yes, Alpha knows how to do it because it is in no DCW. So I would bet that Alpha has done it more times than... probably twice as much as I have. Or more. However, Alpha also has Claw Clambers. I mean, that's an unfortunate fall from Alpha there. But Alpha also has Claw Clambers. He just needs to go actually learn them from GI. Taking a look back at the right side of your screen, Znernicus now doing the split-up Jiggy the intended way. Don't ask me how to do this. Good thing for Znernicus that he does know how to do this. So... I mean, yeah, Alpha's setting up for Styrac family. He's got everything he needs. He doesn't have the dinosaur itself. Why do you need the dinosaur for Styrac family? You don't. No, he's got TDL Mumbo and Build Drill, so he can do the small one. He's got grenades, so he can do the last one if he would frickin' blow up the cage. And he's got Taxi Pack and the train. He doesn't have the Isle of Hags Mumbo, though. So he can't actually heal the 6 Styrac. Yeah. Alpha giving it a think. He doesn't know what to do yet. So I gotta say, Alpha super missed all the B stuff. And what was the B stuff? The B stuff was Stony, Ice Eggs, and Leg Spring. So... let's take a look. Is he complaining in the Discord? Oh, he's not. Okay, cool. Just giving it a good old college think. I need my Prima book, Keck W. Oh, Znernicus this is just so miserable for him. Is he just giving up on this, or did he already get it? Oh, let's take a look. Znernicus... yeah, he didn't get it. Alright, Alpha considering his options. Let's see. Definitely the frickin' B, which he, I think, doesn't realize that he has. Stomping Plains. At one point, do I, like, step in and say... oh, never mind. He's got it marked off. There was nothing on Stomping Plains. And Oogle Boogles, actually. He can do Oogle Boogles right now. Nice clockwork count there, Alpha. There's a couple nests over here. And shoutouts to Alpha, who wrote down the locations of every egg nest in the game. Very expertly knowing that there were some egg nests there. Znernicus, on the other hand, making his way towards Dragon Brothers. I think this is an excellent choice, making use of his newly learned ice eggs. Ooh. Weird shot from Alpha there. I don't think that worked. Good trick for getting this Clockwork Warp into the Oogle Boogle Cave is to shoot your Clockwork really high so that it spends time falling before it walks forward out of range of the grenade. Oh! That was weird. That gap's pretty big. I don't think Alpha meant that. Well, good thing Alpha knows all the egg locations in the game. So he's going to now grab the second fastest egg nest from his current location, which is Train Station. Yep, he's got 2 egg nests there. Znernicus having a pretty solid Chili Billy fight. I hope he skipped the cannon. Or he's just gonna go refill on his Clockworks. Yeah, this is fine. Now another weird idea is Boggy's Kids. Now the problem with Boggy's Kids is for that to be in logic, every possible pattern of kids needs to be in logic. Which means you have to have access to Inferno, you have to have access to Van, you have to have access to Area 51. So if Boggy's Kids is an important check, it's going to be pretty late in the game. Alpha a little frustrated. That'll work. Yeah, well done. Very well done. Znernicus, on the other hand, done with Chili Billy. Now making his way to the, well, he's solo Banjo right now. I don't know what this is. Is this more split up jiggy stuff? You're at Pack Whack! Oh! I think Znernicus might have thought he had Pack Whack there. That was such a confident jump. And it just did not work for him. Alright, so Alpha showing us how you can keep fries. Going back to the Oogle Boogle Cave, you can just come here, open the way to Witchy World, grab your fries, and death warp back. Since it's a level transition, it'll take you back up to the loading zone. Although, even if it didn't, you can climb the pole and do a not very difficult jump. Nice save from Znernicus, by the way. Making his way to his last HFP hint, I think. Or maybe his second. Styrac family holds nothing. Alright, so that is an interesting hint. So what that means is Detonator is either on Oogle Boogles or on Champa. If it's on Champa, that sucks. Because then he needs to go find Breagle Blaster. And then come back to Champa. And if we think Breagle Blaster's on Red Jinjos, he needs to go get into GI somehow, meaning he has to find Springies. Alpha, that's the wrong food, by the way. Hopefully he gets both at the very least. Okay, yeah, he's making his way towards fries. You don't need to get, if you're taking this warp or this loading zone directly to the Oogle Boogle Cave, you don't need to get burgers first. Oh, is that true? Both work? I didn't know that. Okay, thank you. Yeah, okay, cool. Well, then in that case, I don't know what I'm talking about. He can just leave right now. But you know what? Taking both is safe. Znernicus making his way up to Chilliam William. It's got to get through the text. Messes up his rhythm. That's a little unfortunate. Alpha's going to find what's behind Green Jinjo's here. Or not. I mean, you got Clockworks. Might as well. But anyways, making his way back to Oogle Boogles. Showing the aforementioned jump. Yep. Just got to do a beak bust from the back to get onto the light, and then it's an easy jump to the loading zone. I'm going to swap back to Znernicus audio for a little while. See how, let's listen to this Chilly Willy early. That's good. Ooh, just a little late on getting out from under the platform. He's probably only going to have one more good shot at this. Oh, that was ambitious. Oh, that sucks for Znernicus. That sucks so bad. It's going to have to wait another cycle. It's like, what, 45 seconds or something in that range? Alright, very well done. Grab the health. Please grab the health. Thank you. Alright. Znernicus now going to be doing the slightly harder Chilly Willy fight. And we'll get to see what's here. I have never seen a burger being thrown at an Oogle Boogle. Maybe when I was a little kid. Maybe, but... Alright, Alpha gonna feed the middle Oogle Boogle here. Me worm, but still need food. Now, whatever the heck this Jiggy is going to be really interesting. Because this is either the detonator, or the detonator is locked behind Breagle Blaster. Where is it, Alpha? Where is it? You looked at it. Where is it, Alpha? Where is it? Oh, there it is. Yay, we found it. Okay, let's see what it was. Okay, we're going to Witchy World. Is he going to get this Green Jinjo here? Man, he's just walking right past it. Like, we know that Breagle... Maybe he already got it. Benefit of the doubt. Maybe he already got it. But Breagle Blaster is on a Jinjo family. And if we think it's on... we think it's on Reds, but it might not be on Reds. Oh, man, I missed that. Yeah, Znernicus dying to Willy's really rough. Especially because he had trouble getting up there in the first place, so... I hope he gets it again first try. And you know what? He's got his consolation honeycomb prize here. This'll be his third hint. This is gonna be a big hint. So Znernicus just learned that the Twinkly packaging room has Pack Whack. Now that's actually kind of significant because Twinklies is a pretty annoying check. Actually, you know what this means? Ooh. Yeah, you know what this means? Is, Twinklies is locked behind Pack Whack. So, because you need the battery for Twinklies. So, that means if you don't DCW, you need Sack Pack to cross the moat. So, yeah. Znernicus needs to either find Detonator or Or do whatever it's called. Get all the notes. So, GDO, broken logic. The goal is not necessarily to make everything accessible. It's just to make the seed beatable. So yeah, Pack-Whack is hidden behind Twinklies, which means Pack-Whack will never be gettable, which means batteries aren't in logic, which means toxic waste isn't in logic. So that's actually kind of huge information. But the seed is still beatable without DCW by getting Sack Pack. Alright, good Chili Willy early from Znernicus. Alpha going for his last JRL hint. Which, Alpha just found out that red Jinjos are the way of the Banjo. And I'm looking now, Oogle Boogles did have the detonator. Yeah, you know what, Zebra? You're right. That is actually pretty unfortunate. No Super Banjo because it's in Toxic Waste, which is impossible to get to. Unless you DCW there, which sure hope nobody does. But this is pretty huge information for Alpha. He's got the detonator. The last thing he needs to do to beat the seed is Breagle Blaster. He knows it's on a Jinjo family, and he knows that whatever is behind red Jinjos is important. So what that means is red Jinjos is either Breagle Blaster, or it's a move that will get him Breagle Blaster. This is pretty huge for Alpha. What is unfortunate is he still has no way to get to Quagmire, which is why I think he should DCW right now. He has no business being here. He needs to run straight to GGM and do all that stuff. Or does he have Springies? No. Oh, he's getting hints. Okay, this is fine. I don't think he needs these hints. I think he needs to rush the red Jinjos and see what it is. But, I respect it. Okay, Alpha going to be picking up his last hint in TDL. This one is Cactus of Strength is way of the Banjo. Now, we already know that was because Snowball was required for Clockworks. Required for Ice Train for Clockworks, so not new information to Alpha, but Znernicus collecting the Dragon Brothers Jiggy. Pretty huge. Let's take a look at what was there. That is Springy Step Shoes. That is a big deal. So, Alpha is very close to done because he skipped. He went out of logic to get Grenade Eggs. Znernicus got that Clockwork that he needed, or got the Springies that he needed. Oh, you know what? He's here because he needs red Jinjos, of course. So, there's a red Jinjo here. He's got 2 in GI that he still needs to get. And I think he hasn't done Big Fish yet. So, Alpha needs the Big Fish red Jinjo and the 2 in GI, which he can DCW to credits and go to Quagmire backwards. Fresh Bay, those dragons have the tiniest bodies too. It's comical. And they have little wings that physically should not be able to keep them up. Okay, so Znernicus is going to be the first one to learn Springy Step Shoes. And that is going to give him access to the top of the nest. And that's how he's supposed to get grenades. And yeah, he's heading straight there. This is, I really like this idea from Znernicus. Or maybe not. What is the goal here? Or maybe he's going to go to the top of the nest as Solo K and then just warp up there. Nah. It would be faster at this point to just take BK up there. Because then you're going to have to walk all the way back to the warp, and I don't think this is faster necessarily. Alright, Alpha making his way into Big Fish. Question is, does he get the red Jinjo and leave? Or does he talk to Mary Maggie just in case? Just in case. Because, you know, Mary Maggie could be Springies for all he knows. Although, no. I think Springies is found in HFP. Alpha does know that. Because that was the first hint in JRL. Wow, really good wing whackless jump from Znernicus. That's actually really hard to make that jump with just the flap. So, good on him for that. Oh, you know what? You're right, GDO. Taking Solo K to Stomping Plains. I don't know. I think it's close. Anyways, yeah, this is fine. Does Znernicus know that red Jinjos are way of the Banjo? Yes, he does. So definitely an important check for him. Just die. Just let the guy stomp you. Please do not take Solo Banjo up here. Okay. Well. Alphas needs 2 more red Jinjos, and they're both in GI. What is he looking for? Yeah, he got the one by Mingy. You need floor 2 and floor 5, my friend. Both of which Clockworks alone can get you. Yeah, he's setting up DCW now. This is absolutely the right play. And you know what? If Brigo Blaster is on the red Jinjos, then this is looking like a really good time for Alpha. I think Alpha will beat GDO. He might even get sub 3 hours here, which is really freaking good. But who knows? Like, if red Jinjos is like... What is the worst thing that red Jinjos could be? Like, I don't even know. Van. If the red Jinjos is Van, that would be the worst thing. Because then you have to go check all the shit in Witchy World, and that would be terrible. Alright, that is Stomping Plains. Well, that is Stomping Plains Jiggy for Znernicus, which we know is nothing, and that is Red Ginger number 3. Yeah, you know what? Doing that beak bomb to get to Terry was actually fucking huge. Like, he spent maybe 5 minutes going for it. Maybe less, but he is getting rewarded for it. Alright, Znernicus making it up to the nest. He's going to be getting his grenade egg soon. And his whole world's going to open in front of him. I think Znernicus... No, Znernicus hasn't done Cactus yet. Oh, because he doesn't have grenades yet. Yes. Yeah, so as soon as Znernicus gets grenades here, I think he kind of sees the path that he needs to take. He's going to go run straight to Cactus because he knows its way of the Banjo. He's going to find the grenade eggs, or he's going to find the snowball, rather, and that's going to clue him in that he needs to do Ice Train. Because these grenades are also necessary for freeing Gobi. I think he's going to put it together. Alright, Alpha setting up the credits, DCW. Man, I cannot believe Alpha skipped the B, which is technically way of the Banjo. And he's going to finish the seed. Because, gonna be honest, I did not see either player doing that beak bomb coming. So good on him, man. Wait, what a... Oh, Alpha realizing he hasn't set up DCW from Witchy World side yet. Alright, so good fight from Znernicus. His mind's gonna be blown here. No, he didn't. I'm pretty sure you can't set up DCW from Witchy World side before you do from GGM side. Otherwise, it'll fuck up. Like, it won't work. I think you need to have the detonator stuff done first and then cancel the gondola cutscene. Why did he shoot the burgers guy? What did he ever do? That was rude. Alright, Znernicus got his grenades and he's out of there. He knows what he needs to do. Alright, Alpha's setting up his DCW, gonna watch the credits cutscene. Meanwhile, Znernicus straight to Cactus. It's an unfortunate bonk. I feel like Znernicus... I think he bonked on split up too. Unlucky. But I really hope to see straight to Cactus and then fuck out of there straight to HFP. Well, I think no, he needs to free Gobi as well with his newly acquired grenades. All right, so take a look at the left side of your screen. Alpha going to be DCWing to credits here. Gonna make sure he hits the warp pad. Gonna make sure he survives the fall down. Yeah, Znernicus is just gonna do Gobi first. Yeah, this is fine. Do a death warp and then warp back to Cactus because he had the heads up play of getting the Wumba warp pad. And I hope Znernicus gets the brown Jinjo here too. Does Znernicus know that Styrak is dead? No. No, Alpha. Wait. Yes, Znernicus already knows that Styrak is dead. Wait! Did he free Gobi? I wasn't looking. Someone please tell me he did. Making his way to the green Jinjo? Or he has no way to get the green Jinjo yet anyways. I'm gonna warp to Cactus now. Meanwhile, Alpha is gonna be heading straight into GI. He's got the clockworks he needs to warp in, and then he's just gonna get his red Jinjos and see what it is. Yeah, Znernicus not freeing Gobi kind of sucks. I think in the future, people are going to make it a habit to, like, whenever they go to Cave of Horrors, just open all the gates. But this is huge knowledge for Znernicus. He knows whatever it is, it's Way of the Hero. And this is or Way of the Banjo. It's gonna dictate where he goes next. Alright, Znernicus now knows that the snowball is Way of the Banjo. So it's either Oil Drill or Ice Train. He's gonna go in here and do the pump room stuff. Or maybe it's just for the hint. I think it's just for the hint, actually. No, this is right. This will be hint number 2 for Znernicus. Don't do it, Znernicus. You know, for as much as I've been saying that I don't want people to just run by checks, I think Znernicus has a pretty good idea of where he wants to go. And turning on Pump Room here is like 5 minutes. Maybe not 5, but like it's a lot of minutes for just Hoop Hurry, because he doesn't have Airborne. Meanwhile, Alpha is making his way through these red Jinjos. He's got Claws, so he could either drop to floor 1, learn Claws, and then climb back up, or he could drop to floor 1 and do floor 4 early to get the flight pad and get the roof. Or if he really wants, he can go and do Terry's Kids and then take the washing machine up to the roof. That is an option. I don't think it's a good one, but... Oh, let's see what Alpha goes for. What is this beak bus thing you're trying to do, Alpha? Alright, it's Hoop Hurry time for Znernicus. Now, what I really hope to see, since we already kind of know this is the wrong direction, I really hope we don't see any baits on Hoop Hurry. Oh, this is Alpha's least favorite trick. I don't know what it is, but like, everybody who has trouble with this trick, including me, pauses early. Every time. And it's gotta be some like psychological thing where, for whatever reason, you feel rushed and you just don't expect how much time there is between pulses. But it's always an early pause. And that's also what makes it so frustrating. Oh, he didn't go for the 1 frame buffer. That was a late pause. One frame buffer? Go for it. Good try. Respect the effort. This is an annoying trick, Claire, I agree. Yeah, I think that's what it is, Sunder. Is I think the music just like makes you think it's a little faster. Do you have a tutorial or like a video on that setup, GDO? Alright, let's take a look at what's on Hoop Hurry. Honeyback, okay. So Honeyback is one of those weird ones that like also seems kind of useless, but it actually isn't. Honeyback is good for Trash Can without Snooze Pack or Pack Whack. It's good for Stomping Planes in certain situations. It's good for maybe just those 2 things, but it's not totally useless. Alright, Znernicus is now going to be making his way to HFP? Question mark? What's the thought here? Brown Jinjos? No, he's already got the brown Jinjo. So what does Znernicus have left to check in TDL? Oh, he's got a lot. But he can't do any of this stuff without Clockworks. Damn, Alpha's still working on floor for early. This is rough. And he really should not be going for the 1 frame buffers anymore with 1 health. Well done. That's it. Now to just not die to the tin tops before he hits the warp. I mean, the warp wouldn't even be that helpful to him. Because I guess you could go to floor 2, but... Anyways, he's going to hit the warp, he's going to hit the flight pad, and he's free to die. In fact, he should die. Death warp, I should say. I don't think Alpha should die, but you know what I mean. Znernicus trying to figure out how to get this red ginger without clockworks. I think the intended way to do it is the flight pad for Terry. Yeah, sorry, Claire. And there's probably some jump from the top of the mountain that works. Like, yeah, okay, yeah, he's mathing it out right here. He's gonna get it. Meanwhile, Alpha hit the flight pad. I think he should just death warp instead of going for this. But, you know, this is fine. He knows that red gingers are way of the banjo. There's something important on it. Whatever it is. He's being very careful not to die here. Hugging the wall as closely as he can. Okay, well done. Straight to floor 5. And yeah, Znernicus is just getting... He's got a spring. He's just get the flight pad. Get the red Jinjo. Or is it? There it is. Alright, Alpha taking the smart window. At least I think this is the smart window. Yes, this is the smart window. Well done. Alright, red Jinjos, let's find out what it is. Breagle Blaster. Alpha's done. All Alpha has left to do is to go back to Cauldron Keep and fight Hag 1. Just die. Seriously, Alpha, just die. Just leave the level. What are you doing? Well, he needs to go back to MT and learn the move, but... Just leave the level. Favorite characters in the game? I really like... Mumbo. Ooh, message from Alpha. He says, cool. Oh, I didn't notice. Znernicus is in GI. He doesn't have clockworks. So he's got to use the train to get in here. And while he's in here, what's available to him? Trash compactor? Oh, he's got honeyback. He can do trash compactor. Trash compactor is in logic for Znernicus. Weldar is not going to happen. Quality control, he would need washing machine for. Attic? No, it's not going to happen. Yeah, trash compactor with honeyback is available to him, so I kind of want to see if he goes for it. I kind of, honestly, like, I think it's over. I think Alpha's won. But I want to see, I kind of want to see Znernicus try the honeyback trash compactor. Just because it's funny. Alright, so Breagle Blaster acquired for Alpha, and he's not, I don't think he's going to finish in under 3 hours, but I do think he will be the fastest time I've seen for this seed. As long as he doesn't die to Hag 1. He hit the button for the springy step, or the, what's it called? Talon, what's it called? Shock spring pad, that's what it's called. Why are you killing this dude? Just get up there. Well done. Does Znernicus, did he set up DCW? Does he have detonator? And I just don't know? Oh no, this is the train station. Okay, he's going to GI. Yeah. I guess he's gonna learn claws while he's here. What are claws useful for? The black Jinjo on Clifftop maybe, but black Jinjos are dead. Maybe he wants to get some hints from the honeycombs? Alpha's entering the fight. I'm gonna turn on his audio real quick. Gotta say, I am really freaking impressed with Alpha here. He played very well. If you want to get the floor 5 Jinjo, you either need to do floor 4 early, which he can do. Or you need to do the washing machine. Or claw clambers to get up to floor 4 somehow. Which, he does also have access to claws. I think he has enough notes to learn claws, and he unlocked claws. And I think he might have unlocked... Yeah, he's unlocked leg spring as well. Okay, I think I see... Yeah. No, this is fine. Znernicus is going to get all the red Jinjos here. Because I think these are the last 2 he needs. He's going to get all the red Jinjos without Clockworks. And he's going to find that it's Breagle Blaster. And what kind of sucks for him is that's going to open up all the Breagle Blaster checks. Clinkers is going to be in Logic now, because he has Claws and Breagle Blaster. The Targetzan stuff, Champa, and Ordnance, because they found Beak Bayonet too. I think they did. No. Beak Bayonet is on the purple Jinjos. So I think Znernicus will be hoping that he doesn't need to collect purple Jinjos. Alright, Alpha gonna show us Hag 1 with no ice eggs. Gonna do the any percent strat. You love to see it. Oh, ooh, yes, Fusion Dude brings up a great point. That hint that Znernicus just got. Clockworks are found in HFP. Now, this is actually such a huge meme. This is such a huge meme because for Znernicus, Ice Wall is in Logic right now because he has Honeyback. So, yeah. Anyways, that is fucking hilarious. I wonder if Znernicus is thinking that. Yeah, Claire, I agree with you that if you put that all together, you should have a pretty good idea that you should go do Ice Train right now. But man, if that Honeyback thing isn't in the back of Znernicus' mind. That is actually so funny. And totally not intended, by the way. Like, obviously, I placed... Clockworks ended up... When I randomized everything, Clockworks went on Ice Train by themselves. And I was like, huh, that's interesting. Let's see how we can make that work. So, like, obviously, I placed, like, Fire Eggs early. And I placed Snowball on somewhere where it could be and stuff like that. I had no influence over this whole Honeyback line. But maybe Znernicus won't even go for it, and I'll be disappointed. I mean, Alpha's making really quick work of this fight, too, so... It might not even matter. Unfortunate, unfortunate, Beak Barge from Znernicus, trying to cancel his shoes and go into Talon Trot. Okay, nice jump. Ooh, unlocking this. This... He might be thinking washing machine? Workers Jiggy? No, he walked away. Okay, yeah, you don't need this. You don't need that except for Workers Jiggy. He's just making his way up to floor 3. He just wants the red Jinjo. Just tagging the warp in case you need it. Really good shots from Alpha. You can't do it, Znernicus. You don't have Pack Whack. Unless he's trying to Death Warp. It's not going to happen. Znernicus just needs to walk outside and then climb the fire escape to floor 4 here. Yeah, it looks like that's where he's headed. Yeah, this is fine. Hit the flight pad and you can get your red Jinjo. Ooh. Be careful, Alpha. That was a... Oh, yikes! That's bad. Oh, he jumped out of there so fast. Oh, and if he killed himself there, oh. Oh. Alpha's got to be real careful here now. And this is a hard decision. When you've got 1 health on Hag 1, and the only available honeycomb is across the planet, it's a question. Do I risk going for it? Or do I just stay safe? There's also that full health refill just sitting there right now. That has got to be so enticing. Alright, Znernicus got his flight pad. He's going to make his way outside. Oh, don't die. Just get it all. Scoop it all up. Beautiful. Okay, Alpha's safe to just do whatever he wants now. Slow shots. Okay, yeah. A little sloppy, but it's safe. Yeah, this is a really freaking impressive time from Alpha. And this is only for 3rd place. That's another hint for Znernicus. He's got 22 honeycombs. That's 22 of the available 25 hints. Mr. Fit holds nothing. Well, I guess he's a little happy to see that. All right, getting the timer ready. And time.
All right, GG's.
Well done from Alpha. Holy cow. Let's bring him in. All right, GG's.
GG's. Good job, Alpha.
Let me tell you. Go ahead.
Oh,
Alpha destroyed that seed. Holy shit. Alpha was faster than me, who knew where everything was.
Wow.
Dude.
And GDO, you beat GDO by 5 minutes too, so that was really good.
Almost died that Hag one.
You did.
I was freaking out, dude. I was like, no. Because the first half went good. I was even doing grenade stress, and I'm like, shit. I collected so many jiggies. Like, how many jiggies did you collect?
I mean, I'm not that far along. I have 39, though.
I think that's more than me.
Well, Znernicus, you just finished your red Jinjos, right?
Not yet, but I'm on my way.
Okay.
But I'm not even sure if I can grab the other one without either leg spring or...
The one on floor 2?
The one on floor 2. Can you just jump up to that?
Well, you need leg spring, but you also have leg spring, so...
I do not have legs. Wait, I have leg spring?
You have leg spring. It was on eyeball plants.
Oh, man, I totally forgot.
Yeah, that was kind of a funny meme, was that both of you forgot about the B stuff.
Yeah, I forgot that I had B unlocked.
Wait, did I have Wumba?
No, the B. The B was on top of Temple.
Oh, it says B. I was
and
thinking I needed Wumba.
Straight up skipped it.
Oh my god.
I did the same mistake. And the thing is, like, it says some level Mumbo, so I was waiting to see some level Wumba.
Yeah.
Not realizing that
gotcha.
it was the name of the transformation.
Yeah.
I still should have realized, but...
Right. So...
Go ahead.
I just wanted to get through a couple things. I did tease on my own stream a little bit that I had an announcement. So let's do a quick talk about this, and then I want to make my announcement, and then we can go into more detail.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But so Znernicus, do you have any idea where like your important things were? Like, do you have ideas?
I forgot that. What is that thing? Generator Cavern isn't behind a build drill rock.
Yeah.
Lost so much time, and I pretty much knew I was gonna lose already that early, and then you
made up time
somehow.
On Alpha,
maybe a little bit, but
a lot actually.
There were a lot of places where I was running out of checks,
right,
and I didn't even know what to do.
I
still don't actually. I see a little pieces of how it should finish up. I know that I have to DCW to Tower of Tragedy, right? To credits.
Right.
Yep.
I was about to finish Red Jinjo, which I know gives me the first-person move, I think.
Yes.
Well, I don't know that, but I figured it's got to be the only Jinjo family. Yes. Yeah, Briggle Blaster. So at least that would give me, that for Hag 1. What I didn't know was what Snowball is going to be required for.
Right.
Based on that. I was thinking the only Jiggy that you need Snowball for is Oil Drill, but I never found Sack Pack yet. So I was on the hunt for Sack Pack.
For Shack
That's
Pack.
as far as I got. Shack Pack, sorry, Shack Pack.
I don't know where that
Oil
is.
Drill Jiggy is the only Jiggy that you absolutely need Snowball for. But there's another Jiggy that you need Snowball for if you don't have other moves. You know what that is?
Oh. I tried to get Split Up Jiggy, but no, it's not obviously not that one. Which one is Snowball helpful for? I mean, Black Jinjo, but that said it had nothing.
Yeah, it wasn't that.
What else does Snowball do? I already got Volcano early on.
Big Snowball presses the train switch on Icy side.
Oh, you have to get the Ice Train Jiggy?
You have to get Ice Train Jiggy.
It's way the Banjo.
You have to get Ice Train Jiggy the normal, casual way. And it had Clockworks.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't think about that. That would have taken me a while.
One big thing that Alpha did that really won him the game and really is the reason he was so much faster than all of us. B was actually way of the Banjo, quote unquote. And Alpha didn't do it. Alpha didn't do B. Because you needed the B for Ice Eggs, to do Dragon Brothers for Spring.
Yeah, that's where I got stuck for the longest time.
To get to the top of the nest for Terry. Because Grenade Eggs were on Terry.
Okay.
Alpha did the Beak Bomb straight through the little gap in the gate, which I didn't anticipate anyone doing. So he skipped the B and he skipped the Dragon Brothers, which was huge.
Oh.
Huge.
Wow.
Yeah.
I learned
I just thought I don't have Clockworks, so I can't get to the top without either Clockworks or Springy Step.
Right.
Yeah, I learned that trick so long ago when I came back. Because I was initially telling people, I feel like this is easier than the Clockwork Shot, so I'm just going to do this in runs. And then I started doing the Clockwork Shot, and I figured it out.
Right.
So I at least knew how to do that.
Right. Yeah, I was very impressed.
Yeah, holy crap, getting grenades early, blows this seat open.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Because, being grenade locked for, 2 hours just sucks.
Oh, man, that...
Okay, so...
There was some memes. All right, go ahead.
Congratulations, Alpha, for winning the third place match. It was a very impressive showing.
Yeah, that is.
Congratulations, Znernicus, for getting this far. You got fourth place, which was better than you got last year, so improvement. Good job.
Awesome.
So you were both a blast to watch, and I really enjoyed this, and it turned out as well as I was hoping it would. Now, a lot of people in the chat were talking about how cool they thought this was. And a lot of people in the chat said that they would like to do something like this themselves. And it would be really cool if somebody, came up with some automatic, logic, some program to generate these by themselves. Well, that is exactly what I did. So,
really nice.
If you guys go in the chat and look at the Google Doc spreadsheet that I just posted, that is a computer.
Need access.
Do you really? Okay, whoops.
Yeah.
Let me fix that. Thanks. Shh. Only anyone with the link can view. Okay.
Yeah.
So click that link again. That seed right there is the first computer-generated Banjo-Tooie spreadsheet randomizer.
Can you post the link again? I wasn't here in time.
I can post the link again.
Yeah.
So, how did this work? How did I make this? So, I basically wrote a logic of all the stuff you need to get whatever checks. The hints are not computer generated. So what I did is I actually played this seed myself on stream the other day.
Wait. Oh.
And that was the totally normal Banjo-Tooie playthrough.
Oh.
So
that's why you were getting things in a weird order.
Yes. So I actually did play this seed on stream because the hints are not. I haven't written the part to auto-generate the hints yet. So the hints are handwritten, and they're in the same style as the race that you just saw, or just played. So yeah, so for anybody who's interested in this kind of thing, there's another seed that you can go and try, and whether it's better or not as interesting than the seed you just watched, I don't know. But if this is something that people are really interested in, I can keep it up for a little while. But ultimately, the end goal is to make a ROM hack. So
that's very cool.
Because
I never would have thought of trying to do this without actually having a ROM hack for it, but this works really great as a puzzle.
I think Banjo-Tooie is like the only kind of game it can work for. You know, you can probably make it work for DK as well because DK is so open. But I think what makes it work so well with Tooie is you can actually, all the jam jar silos are pretty easy to get to. You know?
Right.
Like, you just need access to the levels. So it's kind of awkward that you don't actually get, you know, late game moves until you get all the notes and get to the level to get it. That's just how it's going to have to work for now. And in the future, we'll come up with something better. But if people are interested in this, let me know, and I can make more. So that is my announcement. I hope you guys have fun with that.
Yeah, so this was really cool.
Back to how the race went. I just wanted to get that in before everybody filtered out. Back to how the race went. Do you have anything else you wanted to bring up?
I mean, it was just really hard. It was a lot harder than I thought it would be.
Yeah. So
early game.
Go ahead, Alpha.
I was gonna say my early game went really well, like really early, like everything like went linear, like. What did I GGM early, and I did. What did I do? I did Flooded Caves, Flooded Caves, Waterfall Cavern.
Mm-hmm.
And Gen Cavern on first visit.
Well, I did that after, but
yeah. But like on the first visit to the level, because for me, I like went back and forth and forgot that you didn't need build drill for it.
Yeah, I did it in the first trip.
Yeah, that helps a lot.
When I did Flooded Caves, I got GGM Mumbo.
Mm-hmm.
So I just went and bull rushed Old King Cole and Crushing Shed. Mm-hmm. Crushing Shed didn't give me shit, which sucked.
But Old King Cole you needed.
King Cole gave me egg aim, yeah. So then I could do a lot in MT.
Speaking of egg aim, which is normally required to do a certain jiggy, one of you said, fuck that.
Yeah, I was hoping I would get something cheeky on Bovina without egg aim, and it didn't give me anything. I thought maybe because I had flight. I didn't. No, with no flight, no egg aim. Yeah, but I got that jiggy, and it was like, I thought like, is this like a trick that you like made us have to do?
That is a trick that will never be in logic, you know. Like,
I mean,
I'll never expect someone to do that. I'll never require someone to do that to beat a seed.
Yeah, I guess it's kind of stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just thought I was like running out of options because I forgot about Cavern. I thought for some reason they were both locked behind the boulders.
And that's what we speculated was going through your mind when you couldn't find
it.
Yeah,
definitely. It was only after it went back and my start was like the worst possible way to start this seed.
Yeah, I got really lucky in TDL.
Oh yeah. Well, you did like almost every check in TDL.
Yeah, I did every check in TDL, and I was down to 4 jiggies, Terry's Kids, which I didn't have a hatch.
Right.
And Champa, I didn't have Briegel, whatever it's called, Briegel Blaster, and Styrac family.
Was hinted dead.
I don't think I had the Clifftop Mumbo, so no.
You had the hint for Terry's Kids. Alpha had the hint for Terry's Kids, that it was the washing machine. And Znernicus
and then
had the hint that Styrac
I found another
dead.
hint later that Worker's Jiggy holds nothing, so I figured I'm never doing that.
Right.
And I also got a Styrac family holds nothing hint. I did okay finding all the hints.
Yeah,
but,
that was
like,
huge.
It was the actual like progress on the moves and jiggies that were really bad for me.
Right.
I also forgot about. Well, I did kind of figure out. The only thing I figured out that was sneaky was like there was some hint about something found in TDL, and I was like, oh, like when I went to TDL and realized I can't get like a single jiggy without Clockworks. I'm like, maybe it's Dippy that has the grenade or the detonator. Because I had Talon Torpedo already, so I was like really hoping Dippy would be either grenades or detonator. I mean, preferably grenades.
Right.
And it was Grip Grab, and I was like, crap. So like, I still need to like come back to TDL, either with Springies or Clockworks. And Springies were found at HFP. I died to the Dragon Brother like several times, like, or I died trying to do the split up jiggy. I don't know if split up jiggy had anything good I tried doing it the casual way, but it's like too hard for me.
Hold on. Let me go to my own version.
The Coliseum Jiggy. I'll just click the check mark.
Yeah.
I'm not doing anymore. Oh, that was Shack Pack. Okay, so I needed that to get the oil drill. Okay, that would have been the thing to finish this off. Man, that's hard. Doing Coliseum Jiggy with no pack whack?
Well, what was on oil drill? Because oil drill, I think, might have been nothing.
Oh, it's nothing?
Yeah.
Oh, right. You said it was Ice Train that I had to do, which I never would have thought of that.
Yeah,
I would have done oil drill and then, like, I would have searched around for Shack Pack, done oil drill, and then, like, just gave up.
I would have never done Ice Train if I didn't get it was way the Banjo. I would have never done that.
So I just didn't even consider that, like, the train switch was a logical thing.
Right.
Yeah. Prima came in clutch, though.
What did?
Yeah.
Prima.
Prima? Did you actually look up?
My Prima book helped me do Oogle Boogles.
Awesome, dude. That's funny.
Oh.
That's
Detonator.
Obviously,
damn.
Alpha DCW took credits, and Znernicus, you were planning on DCW to credits.
Yeah, I was just saving it for the end of the game.
Right, yeah. The intended way, because DCW, I won't require DCW, and for anybody who's trying the new public seed, you won't be required to DCW, but it is available. The way to do this without DCW, since Pack-Whack was on Twinklies, which is impossible. You can't get Twinklies without Pack-Whack.
I realized that right before the end of the race. Like, I was gonna go for it, and then I was like, wait, I can't get a battery.
The only way to cross the moat around Cauldron Keep as Banjo, that I know of, maybe Super Banjo would have worked, but Super Banjo was behind Toxic Waste anyways, was Shack Pack into Sack Pack.
Yeah.
Because Sack Pack was on Minky Jonga, which you both found, and then Shack Pack, like you said, was on Coliseum, so...
That would have... Okay, man, if I didn't die on Coliseum... Like, if I managed to complete that Jiggy and also the Dragon Brothers without wasting so much time, then I would have been in an okay spot. Because I knew at that point that I needed the snowball for something. Although, I would have done oil drill. And then I would have had to think of what else the snowball can do. And hopefully I would have figured it out. But I think I was still, like, an hour away. Minimum.
Ringrush, that sounds like, something that would obviously be allowed, but I would not put it in logic. I wouldn't expect someone to do that,
Frame perfect.
All right, any other thoughts?
I thought this was one of, if not the coolest race. I thought this was a cool concept.
I was so excited for it, man.
Yeah, I think this is a super cool idea. I wish the seed was less linear, maybe, in terms of like what you actually need to make progress.
Obviously, I can, with the computer-generated logic, there's a million improvements that can be made to it, So...
Yeah. There's like a lot of just must-find...
Yeah. Like, it's hard-coded in that, like, the fourth item that gets placed, like, Fire Eggs has to be placed first, second, third, or fourth. That's hard-coded in, because you're so locked behind Fire Eggs in the beginning and stuff like that.
Right.
So... But yeah, no, thanks for playing and thanks for doing the whole tournament. I really enjoyed running it, and I'm glad you guys had fun. So hope to see you guys for BTCS number 3 coming in sometime in the future.